All right, stream unmuted.
Oof. Shots
All right, hello. I'm sorry, did I abuse you? Right, okay. Hello everyone. How's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
How do you do?
Yes. Hello. Wow.
Hi.
Ah, session 30. Fuck. Right. Don't know well, that was my first impression of session 30, but
Stall it out 2 more and we get level 9.
yeah, we're a tenth of the way through the campaign, guys.
Wow.
A tenth. Yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay. All right. Okay. So, last we left off, you lost the key to the mountain and your elder box to Master Amon, to Meritha Cure.
I think Pietro lost them. I think that can be the what we go with.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. We did do more of one,
Pietro
so-
lost them. And you were also there. Yeah, and you guys talked to everyone. You talked around. You found out that Pietro had found the location of the Iron Emperor's tomb under the town of Nordhaunt, which is in the far north of the Commonwealth. And yeah, he said to you, "Hey, look, like I'm now the fucking supreme ruler of the Dancing Coast. I can't go off and do these little funny, silly games anymore. You guys got to do that." So you decided to get Erin Kessera after sort of saving her life, and she's sort of indebted to you, to teleport you up to the town of Lucenia. So, is there anything you guys want to do? You just arrived in this town. You find yourself in the center of this large tiled town square, which is like surrounded by these like red, blue, and yellow buildings with these onion-looking roofs that point up to the sky.
Oh.
Each building seems to have a different coloured like rainbow flag and banners hanging from them in a garish sort of display, which reminds you weirdly of like fruit vendors, like back in the Free Cities. Short, pale figures with spiked, multicoloured hair walk around pulling carts and riding on large mastiff dogs and speaking in a sort of very flowing and beautiful language, which most of you haven't really heard much of, but you recognise it as like common gnomish. It seems that you've been transported to another world, but you... well, until the sky booms and flashes with thunder and lightning, and it begins to rain. You're like, oh yeah, this is definitely still a thing. What?
Transported to another world.
Oh, I see. Yeah. No, that's basically yeah. You're now in hell. So enjoy, guys. So Erin straightens up.
About it.
It's just like the architecture is so weird and like vague and abstract almost, and you're looking around, it's so colourful and everyone's so colourful and weird and shorter than average and that sort of thing. But yeah, the weather is the same, so you know that you're still Northic. Anyway, so Erin sort of stands up and she dusts herself off and clicks her fingers as like an umbrella flips out of one of her pockets in her coat. It's like boom, and floats just above her head, and she says, "Come, I actually have a friend who lives around here. I'm sure he'll be able to help you with directions. He's very good with information."
You wouldn't happen to have more of those, would you?
Unfortunately, I only carry one, but you can try and huddle around. It's not. Maybe I won't be able to be enough for most of you, but he doesn't live that far away. I'm sure you'll be fine.
All right.
Okay, so she takes you all down a sort of side street in the city of Lucenia as you sort of smell the smells of like sweet pastries being cooked, which down these back streets are like filling your nostrils, and you hear this strange, perfectly accurate ticking sound of like clocks, which just happen to be just all over the place. Like on every corner, there's just like different clocks with like little people coming out and like cuckoos and things like that. Clearly, they've just gone manically overboard and building stuff. And so she takes you down this side street until you come across a shop that's just like the only thing that's named is just guns in big like scrawled maniacally in capital letters on this huge like hilariously oversized sign, which just like sort of is like clockwork and spins around and just makes weird vibrating noises and weird stuff.
What was on the sign? Guns.
Yeah, it's just like scrawled in like really manic handwriting. It's just guns in capital letters.
What's a gun?
Like a gnome with a massive bicep or something on the post, like with...
Yeah, Erin just sort of
Would we know what guns are?
Yeah, you had cannons on your ship. You know what guns are.
Okay.
I kind of want a gun.
Erin,
Have you fired a gun before?
Would Gothric know what a gun is?
Maybe. They're still quite new. They're maybe only like 50 years old, really. Like they got some use in the last war between the Commonwealth and Tarsad. That was like the first major war where guns had really been involved. But before then, like not really.
Gothric is intrigued.
I could do with a separate ranged weapon because at the moment I just have my blow darts, and they're not very effective.
Yeah, they kind of blow.
But I don't know if I'd be able to use a gun.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're that hard to use, are they? Sort of,
Wouldn't know.
just point and pull the trigger, I think. But anyway, let's head in. It's still quite wet. So she opens the door, and this sort of like cuckoo sort of alarm, like a bird sat, like a clockwork bird sat on the thing, like begins cuckoo cuckoo as you like open the door, and it sort of creaks open. As you see, like just on the walls, it's just hundreds of rifles, shotguns, sort of like blunderbuss type things, bombs, things such as like crossbows, and even strange like clockwork swords just line the walls. As this like ticking bird is just going cuckoo cuckoo. And you sort of like, it's quite claustrophobic in the store. The store's quite big, but there's just so much stuff, like loads of shelves just and things just lined up everywhere, and just little bits of like half manufactured guns on tables and stuff. And you as you're looking around, you hear like the voice of someone saying, "Aaron!" And you hear this like, you see this short like old male gnome wearing these really thick goggles, which like his eyes just seem to be really big and like pop out of his sockets. His beard and spiked hair is like mostly grey, but you can still see some color like permeating throughout if you look closely. He says, "Oh, I did not expect to see you today." And he says, Erin sort of like looks at him and says, "Hello, Sax. These are my friends from the Free Cities. This is Gideon, Morna, Scrimshaw, Gothric, Darius, and Saka." And he says, "Oh, hello, Gideon, Morna, Scrimshaw, Gothric, Darius, and Saka. I love traveling. How can I help?" Erin says, "Well, I have some business I would like to ask of you in a bit, but we can talk about that later. My friends here actually wish to find a way to Nordhaunt, but not via Berholtz. Do you think you can come to an arrangement with them?" And he sort of says, "Yes, I don't see why not." And Erin says, like, "Good, I'll be back later then. Hope you guys all have fun." And she goes out the back. So he turns and looks up to you and says, "So you want to go to Nordhaunt?"
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, what kind of way would you like to go? There's a few different ways. I mean, is there a reason you don't want to go to Berholtz?
I just kind of warning. She has an ex there, and they're not on good terms.
We've been there before. It's really boring, and we just want to see different sights.
I see. Usually people who go to Berholtz don't run into their exes. It's quite a big city. But if you really want to really go away, like not go anywhere near that city, there's probably one or two ways you could go.
And what would those be?
Well, the first way is, of course, just going around it. But there's always the chance that you're going to be spotted, especially if you're taking the old, like the North Road. There's, guards and stuff. I don't believe you with the X thing. If you really want to stay away from Berholtz, there's only one real way to get to Nordhorn, and that's through the Mistran tunnels.
The Mystrian tunnels, you say?
Yes. There's a network of old ancient Mistran tunnels all across these mountains. Lucenia used to be an endpoint to these tunnels back in the day.
Do you have a map?
Well, I had some maps until quite recently of the area around Lucenia. But I know that these tunnels, if you are generally heading north, you'll be able to get to Nordhorn, because the tunnels linked all these Mistran temples, and Nordhorn, I don't know if you know, is actually built on an old Mistran temple.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Well,
sense.
yes. I've never taken it the journey, to be fair, but I did meet someone who claimed to have made the journey not that long ago, maybe 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, who's that?
Oh, I don't know his name. An adventurer type. From the Dancing Coast. Bold, weird, hairless thing going on. He paid me a lot of money for my maps on the tunnels, which is why I don't have them anymore.
2 seasons, you say?
Yeah, maybe 60 days. No, sorry, 180 days or so ago. He said that he said that when he would return, he would pay me double. This was quite a while ago. I haven't heard from him. I did see his friend not that long ago though.
What friend?
I don't know the name. Some woman.
Oh, what does she look like?
Mm,
Maybe we know her.
black cloak, black hair. She's got me darling a lot.
Sorry, dialing a lot.
Darling.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah, I saw her maybe 2 days ago. She winked at me. It was with some drow man.
With a drown man.
Great. Okay.
Well, thank you for
wait,
that information.
What did you What did they ask about?
Oh, well, I only actually saw them walking past the shop. I was just out in the front, just doing the sign. They walked past, winked at me, said hi, and went off. I didn't speak to them much.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so yeah, I can take you to the. Well, I can give you directions to the tunnels, but you're gonna have to make your own way. And from what I heard from the adventure guy, he didn't have much trouble going through the tunnels, so you should be fine.
Okay.
Well, I hope so.
Would we not simply get lost? It seems like the kind of thing that would be sprawling it all over the place.
Well, the thing is, the Mystrians had to use these tunnels as well, and they made them quite obvious. Like, there's only, like, they tend to have tunnels that go north and east and west and south. They don't tend to, go too far crazy.
And I
So-
do have a compass, so we'll always know north. I guess. If
Do
compasses work.
Compasses work underground?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just asking. Anyway.
I don't know. I
If
usually.
if there was a particularly large mineral deposit that could interfere with it if you're nearby, but I don't know
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, why would have you ever been in these tunnels?
I've only been in the tunnels around Lucenia. I've not more than 20 miles away from it.
So they were built by the Mystrians, right? Would you be able to fit horses in there?
A horse?
Like if we were on horseback?
In some tunnels. I think some tunnels are going to be a bit narrower than others, but I think you'd generally be able to get a horse in there, probably. I don't think horses would like it much in there, but it's quite dark and, dingy and...
But we'd struggle to get all the way to Nordhorn.
With horses.
I mean, possibly. You might... you don't really want to leave the horses, like, halfway through the tunnel as well.
Well, that's what, I was thinking.
You got some nice stuff in here, by the way.
Oh, yes, thank you. Is there anything you are interested in buying? I tend to specialize in explosives. It is obviously a Lucenian invention. We have invented most of the great inventions in the world, but if you have any particular desires for anything, I might be able to work something in for you.
Gothric holds up a rifle. How much one of these?
Well, that one is actually quite expensive, but we do have a regular sort of hunting stock sort of deal. That I might be able to sell you for maybe 150 gold.
Sure.
Yes? Oh, brilliant. But do you know how to use one of these?
I assume you point it and you pull the trigger, right?
Well, yeah, you've got to load the powder in a particular way and that sort of thing. But I'm sure that a bit of experimentation you can probably get it. I'll throw in 20 shots and the gunpowder for that in with the deal.
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
Right. So 150 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 250 minus 150. Hang on, let me just get my phone. I got a calculator.
Did you say 250 minus 150?
No, 230. But
Oh, okay. Plus 80.
oh, 80. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure.
Big boy mass coming out.
So these pellets are quite nasty. Don't shoot your friends. I only pointed at things you really want to destroy. And please don't load it in here as well. I've got more explosive powder in this building to probably light the street up. So let's just be careful here, shall we?
Sure. So what is this like stat?
I,
wise?
I will send you stuff for the stats in a second.
Okay. Cool. Cheers.
Do you have any bombs? Like
Yes,
cannons?
yes.
Or bombs? Oh, great.
Cannons? Oh, I don't have many cannons.
No, just like cannons, but like I
Like a
don't
bomb.
know much about explosives. I just know about cannons.
Yes. What would you like? Smoke grenades, flash grenades, fragmentation grenades. I've got a very special kind of thing that one of my friends sent some things towards me, sent some things to me, which when struck in this particular way, it creates sunlight. I don't know why you might need that, but it's quite effective for various creatures who don't like sunlight.
Like
Sweet.
drow, maybe.
Oh, drow. Yeah, I mean, drow hate fucking sunlight. That's true.
I don't know. Is there anything that we would usually come across that doesn't like sunlight?
Vampires. Never trust vampires.
What about the big bug things? Do they not like sunlight? I don't know.
I'm not sure we've seen them in the light. I mean, we see them before. There was in underground and underground and yeah,
Yeah.
just underground. Only ever seen them there.
I
Well-
mean, anything that can kill those fuckers. I hate them.
What's sorry, I zoned out. What did you say?
I mean, we
Have
don't
you
have
ever-
any reason to believe that they actually would be affected by it.
I don't know.
Rifle.
How much
Yeah,
for one of the sunlight things?
I could probably do one of those for 50 gold.
Oh no.
You sort of just like strike the fuse, throw it wherever you want, and provided you're accurate, it will explode around there and make some bright sunlight for maybe 10 seconds or so, 12 seconds.
It's like a flare.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's that sort of deal going on.
So, I'm a bit low at the moment. I have 11 gold. What do you have around that kind of range?
Oh well, I can do credit.
Credit.
Be very careful.
How does that work? I've not encountered that before.
Oh well, you make a promise that you will pay me back at some point, and with a bit of interest, and I will give you the item.
What kind of interest?
Well, it depends how long you are planning on taking to pay it back.
Okay.
And what if I were to miss?
Then
Yeah,
I would
that's
accrue. Then you would accrue further interest after that point, until it gets to the point where I need to call my boys on you.
Your boys?
Oh.
What would your boys do?
Oh, just kidding. You're a friend of Erin's, but I'll get her to pay it.
I wouldn't piss her off.
I'm just gonna kind of look around the wall at the biggest guns.
There's like an elephant rifle, like just across the entire wall. It's maybe like 15 feet long, and it's got this like big tripod on the end. He's like, he sees you looking at it. He's like, "Oh, that one's a pretty good one." It's a bit of a nightmare to carry around, but man, that packs a punch.
I'm gonna go up to Scrimshaw and go into his ear. Buy it.
How
Need
much would
that.
this one? How much would this one be?
500 or so.
How does one operate something like this?
Well, you might need two people to operate it, actually. It can be quite heavy. But you basically just, like any other rifle, you load it and you aim it and you fire it at something you really want to destroy. But you can't use it mobily. You can't, like, you can't hold it and fire it. You got to lie down and get a good vantage. But it's got a good range. It can go up to maybe 1,000 feet.
It's quite far.
Yeah, good luck
I'm
trying
not
to look
sure,
that thing around.
I mean, it's a weapon, is it not? I have. Well,
It's a very big weapon.
I'm not sure that size matters for how I would carry it.
Well, I see. What
Clive can carry anything.
You didn't
I
reply,
can
did
have.
you?
It might be a bit impractical for you.
We don't have Clive.
Yeah, I don't think I can justify this.
Oh, well, that's fine. I think it would be kind of crazy if you had that. I did have some, weird royal people come in and offer some money for it. I didn't really feel good giving it to them, especially after what they've been doing to Lucenia recently. But, maybe they'll come back at some point. We'll just probably sell it for like 2,000. But for you guys, 500 is good.
Hey, what are the rich people doing at Lucenia?
It's quite a long story. We've always had like a sort of special relationship with the Commonwealth. Special because they never really managed to annex us, invade us. But they just said we were an autonomous collective within the Commonwealth and annexed us anyway. But yeah, that was kind of until recently. Now Crown Prince Valens has sort of moved a garrison of troops into the city. First time ever, really. There's been some protests, but not really as much as you would expect. People seem to be welcoming the forces inside the walls for some reason. There's even talk about inviting the Crown Prince here to get the highest honor from our Carl, which is crazy.
Could be a bait.
I doubt it. I think he's just doing what Prince Valens just wants to do better than his father. That's basically what all men want. But I think he just wants to, consolidate power within the empire. So it might make it easier for him to do further conquests in the future. We'll see. I'm not worried yet.
Yeah, I mean, this sounds pretty worrying for you. Your group. I hope you can, sort it out.
Well, we've actually Lucenia has a proud history of being the only Mistran city that wasn't destroyed during the Great War. So we sort of just made do. We're quite defensible here. We're fine. But again, the Commonwealth now have cannons.
Well, anyone else need anything else from here?
I'm interested in your. Did you say the different types of bombs that you have? You said a smoke one, a shrapnel one, right?
Fragmentation. Is the
Fragmentation.
correct word for it.
Sorry. What does that do?
A fragmentation grenade. It is just an explosive bomb which does instead of using using raw percussive force to kill someone, it uses little splinters of sharp, jagged metal.
That sounds really fucking fun.
How
It's
much is one
really
of them?
fucking brutal, and it's quite unreliable as well. I could probably. It depends how powerful you wanted it. I'm legally only allowed to sell up to a certain power of explosives, but I probably, if you don't tell anyone, go higher.
Okay. What's the most powerful one that you could totally not sell me?
I could probably sell
Wink,
you.
wink.
Well, I invented something fairly recently, which is originally designed to be used as like an anti-ship mine sort of thing. I have one in the back.
How much would you sell this one for?
Is this carry? Can you carry it?
One person might be able to lug it around if you,
Oh,
but it's quite big.
How much would it be?
For that, probably 400 gold. It's quite
It's a
expensive.
lot cheaper than
But-
I thought it'd be.
But you could
How big a boom?
you could probably blow up like a big warship with it.
Gothric just kind of claps his hands excitedly. Just-
Don't think I'm gonna get that one.
But the ones I am legally allowed to sell you, I could probably sell it for maybe for 50 gold.
Okay, would that blow up, say, a small house?
It would certainly kill everyone inside.
Ooh. All right. I think I have one of them.
Sure. Okay. I'll put it in a special box for you. Don't open
Thank
it
you.
until you really need to use it.
Yeah.
Don't open before Christmas.
The box.
Actually-
Yeah. Go ahead.
Before you put anything away, could you tell me about your smoke bombs and what was the third type?
Flash, smoke,
Flash.
and fragmentation.
What's a flash? Is it just a flash, like light?
Yeah. It has it has this very very bright phosphate sort of flash that blinds people when it goes off. It's really good for like if you're trying to rush into a building and grab everyone.
I think. How much for one of them?
50 gold again.
Okay, in that case, I'll have one of each.
A fragmentation grenade and a flash grenade.
Yes, please.
Okay. Do not have any open flames around it.
Noted.
Don't put it anywhere that you don't mind exploding occasionally. And really be careful with the box. Do not open the box until you are ready to throw it.
No problem.
Okay, righto. And he goes in the back and just like comes out with this like, the boxes aren't that big. They're maybe like the size that you'd maybe put like, probably like a harmonica box. You know, that you'd have a harmonica in. Like it's quite small.
Wow.
And he's like, this is, there you go. This is the fragmentation one, and this is the flash one. The flash one is yellow, and the fragmentation one is red. Do not mix them up.
Hold on, I'm just gonna write this down.
Please make a note of that.
Maybe
So-
we just write this on the boxes.
Oh, you can write anything you like on the boxes. I color-coded them so that you might know.
So,
Yeah,
Oh.
you should know one thing about us. We're not very good with our memory.
We're also not very good with colors.
Yeah,
We're all
it's-
colorblind.
yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate then. Good thing yellow-red
So-
colorblind isn't a thing.
the
Well, you
yellow.
certainly haven't heard of our
How
type.
do you know?
Sorry. So the yellow is the flash,
Mhm.
and the red is
The frag.
the frag.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you.
How large of an explosion do each make?
Well,
Like,
it sort of depends, because if you are inside a small room with no windows, it's going to make a lot more deadly explosion than if you're just outside in a field. So, it sort of depends on
I mean, like
situations.
5 feet explosion, 10 feet explosion.
I would say probably 15 feet in
15?
radius. 15 feet radius, yeah, something like that.
Cool.
I have a question.
Yep.
This is a question for Mike.
Yep, good.
If I had the smoke grenade, could I shadow step into it?
You could certainly try.
I'll take a smoke grenade as well, please.
Okay, 50 gold as well.
Great.
Okay.
And what colour's that one?
Grey.
That makes sense.
It does. There you go. Nice meeting you all. How did you get to know
Shakes his
Erin?
hand firmly.
Oh, thank you. You've got very big hands.
You
know
know
what
what they
they-
say about
yeah,
a
you-
man with big hands.
Yeah, someone after my own heart. they wear big gloves.
I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
Yes. How did you guys meet Erin? Interesting to know.
Oh,
I'm an old friend of his.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about these lot.
I don't really know Erin that well, but they rescued her.
Cool. Well,
From-
she rescued me, so it's like a
Oh,
big
nice.
train of being rescued from each other. Maybe one day I'll rescue you.
Forward.
Oh, hopefully
you
we won't
rescue
need
us?
Well,
rescuing.
To be fair, you do have a lot of guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only use one at a time though. So
Oh, I don't know. You could have a, I don't know, maybe if you got like some kind of strap along your chest and maybe put a bunch of them in it, maybe like a sling.
you wouldn't be the first person to ask me to put a strap on.
Oh,
I like this man.
Oh, has someone else
I
come up
like
with
him.
the same idea as well?
Yeah, why is everyone laughing? This is.
I'll tell you later, Gideon.
There's a lot of these moments, Darius, but you yet to tell me any of them yet. I'm still waiting on the last couple.
Boom, but it's me.
There was a few also where Vondel also said, "I'll tell you later" as well, and then he died.
Yeah, I guess I'll never know. Yeah.
So, so you saved her, she saved me. Yeah, I'll save you maybe one day. But again, if you have any questions about the local area or anything, you are welcome to stay with me and have food. If your friends are and you're a friend of mine.
I don't mean to pry, but is there room? Would we all fit on a bed, or?
Oh, I didn't mean to stay overnight, but I suppose you could probably tuck yourself in somewhere. You're not that big.
I'll sleep where all the guns are.
I think we'd probably want to head out before then.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so anyway, let me get the map for you, and he goes into the back room.
So
Gothric just kind of looks at everyone. I really like this guy.
Nice.
So I'm not sure, but that she said he talked about a man with or woman with the black hair. Could that be who I think it could be?
Well,
Depends on who you think it could be.
yeah, that does.
Yeah, who do you think it could be?
I know a lot of people with black
Did
hair.
Mareth have black hair?
Mareth did have black hair.
Well,
Mareth
did you
Oh,
hear
had black
Marith
hair?
say, darling?
Yeah,
God.
she
You
I'm
did
almost
definitely
certain the
calls us
bald man.
darlings.
And
Yeah. The bald man
Yeah,
is most definitely Petro. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
I don't think
seems
that's that
likely.
odd though, because he was looking for the If it was that long ago, he was looking for that item for ages. So would make sense that he would come to here to have a look.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
suppose it could be that he only recognizes he only recognized the location because he'd already been there.
Maybe.
Well, he
It might be as nefarious as it seems.
Sax comes back out the back room, like carrying a couple of maps. So, yeah, the fellow did take most of them, but I did find one map of the immediate tunnels. You'll be able to head, I guess, north using those maps, but then it sort of goes off a bit. I don't tend to map very often anymore, not since I was a child. But this is and he puts a piece of paper down. This is where you will find the entrance to the tunnel. It's actually outside the city limits, but you start heading towards the mountain, and then there's like a sort of half abandoned like village sort of thing of old ruins. It's been there for thousands of years. You'll find the tunnel underneath there, and then you just head north and just keep heading north until you can't go any more north, and then just keep following the tunnel, and that'll get you to Nordhorn. I think that's right. But also, just so you know, that some tunnels, obviously, they've been abandoned for maybe 2,000 years. Just maybe keep your wits about you. That guy I was talking to said it was fine, but look, I asked him whether there was stuff in there. He had no idea. He didn't say he came across anything, but
Oh,
How
do you know there's
confined are these tunnels? Like, are they large, short, close quarters?
it depends. Some tunnels are like used to be for loads of traffic, and some were for small little villages and stuff.
Do you know how stable they are?
They
if
are
someone-
finest mystery in engineering. They are certainly stable enough to last 3,000 years.
So there's no danger if someone were to, say, detonate one of these grenades, that there could be a cave-in.
Well, it's not really that. It's more that the air pressure wave would probably affect you quite a lot in there. No
How
windows.
long have they been around? These tunnels.
3,000 years? Well, perhaps longer, actually.
So they're good to stand for a few thousand years, and they've been around for a few thousand years.
Yeah, these are. Yeah, it's a little of a toss-up there, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, if you look at a man that's lived for, think about a human that's lived for 100 years. On the one hand, he's lived 100 years. He's lived 100 years and he's not died at any point in that century. On the other hand, he's a 100-year-old man.
yeah, I agree with you, but also like it's just a tunnel. What's
Okay.
worse that can happen?
I'm thinking
It
maybe
caves in and kills us.
if we're in the tunnels, maybe check surroundings a bit before thinking of throwing those things down.
I mean,
I'm not-
this is just an alternative to just going to Berholtz. This is down to you.
Oh, I did have a question. Do you know which way? You said that you didn't see those two people, the one with the black hair and the drow.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea which direction they were going? I don't know how long you saw them for.
Oh, they were just going towards the town centre.
Okay. And
Yeah,
that was
no-
a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah, maybe it was yesterday, maybe the day before. I think it might have been yesterday.
Did they
Well-
say why?
No,
What?
he didn't see them.
Oh, right.
I didn't say
He just
hi.
saw them
No.
walk past.
Yeah. They just sort of walked past. I recognized the woman. Didn't recognize the drow guy.
Okay. Is there any way we could buy some rations? How long will it take us to go through the things? It's about a week, right? A week's walk.
It depends. It sort of. I think it just depends on like where you're going in the tunnels, because I don't know how long the tunnels are. But
That's true.
it's just like, yeah, it might take you like 12 days.
Okay, in that case, I think we should go and grab some rations. Is there anywhere good around that we can get some from?
Oh yes, bakeries, patisseries, oh, stew places. We never came up with a name for that one.
Okay.
But yeah, loads of things. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Steweries.
In some places, they call them pot shops because they have one big pot.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
we could-
here we have pot shops, but we sell something different. So
Ah!
Hey,
Was it
sounds like a fun town.
gardening?
well, coffee mostly.
I heard that gnomes were very into gardening. I don't know where I.
We like tinkering more than gardening, but I think some people like gardening. Who doesn't like gardening, to be fair?
I don't.
Great. So, has anyone else got anything more?
What kind of animals are around here? Wild ones.
Well, a lot of people say gnome women are quite wild, but I would say that just the usual sort of things. Oh, if you're going up in the mountains, don't go too high up in the mountains because there's large rocks, like birds, not big flying rocks, but there might be flying rocks as well if giants are up there as well. So birds mostly.
Yeah,
don't.
we know a bit
yeah.
about birds.
Okay, well, yeah, don't die to them because that's not fun.
No, I
there
almost died to one
animals?
of them once. It was very scary.
Are there lots of animals? Like, no one will take no mind if I were to, say, kill one on the road and eat it?
No, the animals technically belong to the emperor, but they don't care.
No problem then.
Yeah, if you're just hunting for whatever.
Sounds good.
Okay, so well, what do people have in terms of supplies for the road?
Not nearly enough.
I have 10 rations on me.
I've got 6 rations.
I have 10.
Although, Saka, you can help us with rations, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
You did not sound very enthusiastic about that.
Zaka,
I mean,
cheer up. What's the matter?
I
Your
mean,
brew is prepared.
it's just water is more important because we can buy rations, but we can't get fresh water.
I'll prepare that too.
Thank you.
You know,
What is my purpose?
Exactly.
You prepare water. And food.
Zaka, you sound like you've aged about 30 years. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Nice.
good. Anyway,
Well,
Cool.
yeah. Well, anyway, I hope that you are all, yeah, enjoy your stay in Lucenia. Yeah. If there's anything else I can do for you, then yeah, please ask.
Oh no, I think that's
think
it.
I
Thank
think
you
we're
very
good.
much. We're gonna go
Thank
and
you.
grab some rations and then probably start a journey.
Mm.
Yes. When you come back, please try and return the maps. I could quite like them. And his like hands are sort of going weird, like as he's talking. Like, okay, well, I need to go and build something now. I'm getting the itch, so I'll see you later. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
Nice to meet you.
He goes off.
Thank you. Oh, he was nice.
What a lovely man.
Yeah, he seems like a decent guy. you guys need food, right?
Yeah. How about we get food and then we start on our way?
Yeah.
Sound good?
I have good brie.
I mean, it would be good if we could avoid having to use the magic. After all, if we were to run into them on any day, then
I can always go hunting if we're ever short of food.
Oh.
well,
I'm rather
possibly not in the
good at it.
mountains.
well, on the way there.
Okay.
Unless we just
I
really,
would-
you really want to eat some rats.
I'd really like to get some rations. No, not that I don't trust your hunting skills, but I just peace of mind, so we don't have to rely on any magic or anything.
Plus, less time hunting means a quicker walk.
Mhm.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I'm sure, like you said, there must be hundreds of shops around here.
Yeah,
Okay,
what sort of
let's go
thing are you
find
guys? Just like regular old meat and bread.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can just
Jerky.
like find like a million market stalls and stuff just for like saltine crackers, bits of like dried meat, like stuff that's not going to go off for a while.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like some of that, please.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably get like 10 days worth for like a gold.
Okay, I'll do that.
So
Do you want?
Alright, so 79.
Yeah, it's really down to you how much you get, but like 10 days for a gold, so you can get like more than that if you want.
Great. Yeah, I have 6, so great.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's vamos.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go.
up to the mountain.
So what? You're just gonna
Sounds
head
good.
out of the city straight away.
I think so.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Do you think maybe Master Amon is still in the city?
I'd like to maybe get a replacement hunting trap for the one I left down by the Emperor Under.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. That probably costs you like 2 gold. Actually, no, probably
Alright,
just
sure.
one gold.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lucenian sort of like hunting shop person, as you buy it, they're like, "Do not waste this one."
Oh,
You sound
point,
remarkably
actually.
different to the man I was just talking to. This is amazing. And I leave.
a point before we
We see
go.
that a lot.
A point before we go. We could probably do with something that would allow us to maybe gag the Master Amon, and
We could just
Maybe
use a bit of cloth.
would that work?
I think cloth would be good. Yeah. You have your outfit kit, right? Probably got cloth in.
I mean, it's cloth, but actually,
Oh my god.
I think I may have lost that.
Well,
I mean, yeah, if
I've
we
got...
could have some kind of gag with a ball or something to go in the mouth.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Just something that we need something to prevent him from
Scrim,
enunciating things.
stop.
I
Please, stop.
well, it's
Please.
helpful.
Cease.
It would be really useful.
No, don't encourage him.
Get some rope whilst you're out there.
Would you like a
Like-
whip too?
Like, maybe
That'd be
maybe
sure.
something like those manacles that were used on myself
Ah,
by the Dwegar.
Yeah, we can.
no.
Well, I mean, this.
Some cuffs.
I don't see what the issue is.
We need some bonds for them. You need to bond them. If we look for some kind of shop that sells things that bond.
Right.
Bondage. Yeah, bondage.
Why are you so adverse to this?
He doesn't know. He doesn't
Okay.
know what he's saying.
Let's go to a
I mean-
bondage shop then.
That sounds great.
Okay, let's go to a bondage shop.
Alright, the only thing in the immediate vicinity you find is like this like completely blacked out shop. There's like
Oh.
a gnome. There's like a silhouette of like a gnome on the sign, just like we're carrying a whip, and like where the windows are, there's just red curtains.
Does that have a name?
Yeah, it just doesn't have a name.
Okay.
All right.
This-
As you open the door, there's just on every shelf there's just sovereign glue, just like. and like sovereign glue and universal solvent.
Well, I mean, we could just glue their mouths shut.
Yeah, we have some of that, don't we? Well, that I don't know. It seems quite difficult.
Can you? No, I could just, shove it in his mouth when he opens it to cast a spell.
As you guys are talking, the shopkeeper, which is like this very tall, like dragonborn, like sort of like black scale dragonborn with like wearing quite sort of like flowy, like a silk robe, comes and she's like, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Hello.
Hi. We're interested in something that would be very easily attached to another person, which would prevent them from being able to say anything.
And
Is
also
this
prevent them
for
from moving.
work or for pleasure?
No, it's
I
for
mean,
work.
both work, really.
Well,
Cover my eyes.
We want it to work.
Yeah, Saka, please don't look. Avert your eyes.
We need to be absolutely sure that this person cannot say a word.
Yes.
Well, I might be able to do something for you. It depends how much you are willing to pay.
How much would something like this cost?
Well, we have the regular supplies. We have gags and glue and various ropes and things. But we also have a very special type of gem, which might make a field around the target of silence.
Ooh, how much for one of them?
Well, I could probably do it for 69 gold pieces.
Oh god.
Nice. Oh my god.
I'm gonna leave.
I'm not playing D&D anymore.
How has this happened? How has this happened? This is our session 30 extravaganza beach episode.
In that case,
Okay, well,
can I? So it definitely works, right? This isn't a scam.
No, and she begins going around like this chest that she has in the back of her store. She pulls it out. It's like a dummy, and she says, "Do you want to open up?"
Sure.
Okay, she just like shoves it in your mouth, and immediately everything is just silent around you, like when it's in your mouth.
Can I take it out myself?
Yeah, you just.
Okay. Could I have this? And yes. Wait. So I can't hear. It's not that I can't. I can't speak or hear.
You
but
can't make any sound when it's like in your mouth, basically.
even my body.
No,
So-
yeah,
so
no,
we'd need
you
some-
have this silence around you that just you can't do anything.
So we'd need something like that, except we really need their choice to not be a thing.
Well,
Yes,
Like they need
Consent
to
is
not
quite
be able
an
to
important
easily
thing.
remove it.
yeah. Well,
Can we get some glue?
you could always fashion, if you really were into this sort of fantasy, you could always fashion some sort of gag around it or something.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I think we should just glue it in their mouth.
I suppose that could work.
Oh, that could work.
How much is the glue?
Each vial of glue, 20 gold.
Don't we have some of this glue?
I don't know.
I believe we found it on
Maris's.
Maris's body.
Who has it?
It's probably in the whoever has the haversack. So that must be Gideon then.
Yeah, that might be me. Hold on, let me have a quick look. I kind of rummage around.
If no one has it in their inventory, then yeah, it will be in the haversack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find it. You know.
Okay. I would like to buy some more glue.
Yes, and would you like some universal solvent? It's very handy in
How
case of
much
emergencies.
is that one?
It's also 20 gold pieces.
What does this
okay.
solvent do?
It just counteracts the effects of sovereign glue.
Ah.
So in the event that you accidentally stick yourself to someone, you can always get out of it. As I suppose if you are pouring glue into someone's mouth, there's a very high chance that you might also glue yourself to them, which might not be so comfortable.
Yeah, I'll grab some glue and some glue release,
It's
whatever you called it,
A universal
madam.
solvent.
Thank you.
And it's not madam, it's mistress.
Ah, apologies.
How long
What's your
does the
name, mistress?
I
how
just
long
go by
does
the
glue-
mistress.
How long does the glue take to take effect?
It will take about
mistress.
6 seconds if you hold it down.
Ah, nice.
Oh, okay. Okay, that'll work. I think we can
Yes,
hold
it
them
sets
down
very
for that long.
quickly, but it is at its full strength in 6 seconds.
Well, we'll need 2 because we've got 2 people, surely. So who wants to grab the dummy? I've grabbed the glue and the universal solvent.
Well, we can put some of it in the haversack if you want.
I meant who wants to pay for it? Brilliant.
Oh, I can't.
Anyone?
How much is it?
69 gold.
Dummy.
I mean, like, I could pick it up, but then I would be with only 9 gold left.
I can do it. Although I don't think I should technically be allowed to be buying things in here by the looks of things.
This is...
Why would that
Lucenia is a very free city. You are very much allowed to do what you like here.
Why would you not be able to buy glue? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
Gideon.
I don't know. I just feel kind of nervous in here. That's all. It just makes me kind of feel weird.
I mean, why? It's just a glue store, right?
Yes, that's what my tax forms say.
Anyway, how many gold was it, mistress?
69 for the dummy.
Gideon, please.
6. Okay, here we go. Gideon kind of puts over the gold, but doesn't want to touch the mistress's hand, so kind of like drops it into her hand.
Thank you very much. And then it is 20 for the universal solvent and 20 for the glue.
So 99 in total.
No, 109.
No, 109. Sorry.
Unless you're trying to bamboozle.
I've already bought some glue and solvent, by the way. But we could go with
okay.
2 because we do need 2 people.
I'll just get it. That's fine.
Okay, you get it 2. And we'll just have 3 glues and 2 solvents.
All right. Okay.
Glue's one cup.
So it was glue and solvent. Yeah. How many do I have on me?
You have just one on you at the moment. Because
Okay.
that's the one you had before.
Yeah.
And Morna has bought the glue and the solvent, or her one anyway.
Okay.
So you might want to buy a solvent for you. Like it's worth having one solvent for each glue you have, because then
Okay.
if you make a mistake, then you can.
I'll do that.
Because no one wants to be stuck to someone else for like 10 days whilst you walk back to a city and buy some universal solvent.
Especially if the hand's attached to an annoying place.
Yes, I've had that problem many times.
Hopefully it'll be their mouth.
That is not
Like-
the best place to be attached to someone.
And
Well, I mean, if we in this scenario, if we want something to be stuck inside them, then we do want it.
anyway, it's nice to meet you. We got a long journey ahead, and people to save, things to see.
Yes, it sounds like you've got a lot of exciting moments ahead of you.
We
Please
do.
close the door on the way out.
No problem. Thank you.
Goodbye. Yes,
Okay, how far to that cavern?
Ugh.
it's a day's walk.
What a lovely shop for glue and nothing else untoward.
Not what's with the implication there? I don't.
Oh no, I was just saying. It is a lovely shop for glue and nothing untoward.
Okay.
Let's go, team.
Yeah, let's head off. That was odd. Oh, did I give you all your earplugs, by the way?
Oh no.
Okay, shall hand out the sets of wax earplugs to everyone that I purchased.
I'm really
for
putting a
Darla.
lot in my my inventory today.
It'll never be quite like Jalene's.
That's true.
It's like 3 pages of items.
That was crazy, that campaign.
such a hoarder.
I had to punish you guys with the troll gold because like you would just hoard stuff and then like just carry it on you.
Now I'm aware.
All right, so
This is what you need because
yeah, okay. So you guys set off from Lucenia. You make your way past the main city gates, and the city of Lucenia isn't actually on the mountain, but you see the huge mountain ahead of you, that just like spirals up into the sky, like above the clouds. And you can see immediately that the reason this is so defensible is because these walls are fucking massive, and there's like one direction that anyone can attack Lucenia from, because obviously there's a mountain behind. So as you guys are walking up towards the mountain, you just see like this massive wall of just, rock, and that no one could ever invade from. So, you guys spend the next day or so making your way up to the thing. It's quite swampy, like quite nasty. Is there anything you guys want to do whilst you're walking, or say, or talk about, or?
No, but would I be able to? Whoever's got the maps, could you give it to me, because I am the resident navigator. I also flick my compass, and that's it.
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
All right, make
I
a
don't know who
navigation
designated who had
tools
it, but-
check. Okay. Yeah, you feel confident that you can read the map. Maps are fairly similar, wherever you go. So for the most part, it's like following the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you following the river. It's a nice sort of stream. You don't see many people. Like, people are mostly just minding their own business when you do see them fishing along the side of the things. They're mostly gnomes around this part, but you now start to see a few more people, and you come across like a couple of villages, which are mostly human villages. Yeah, so you guys continue the path until you start to see like rocks and different parts of old abandoned buildings underneath lots and lots of like vines and moss and like fallen trees and stuff.
I'd like to investigate any of the, see if there's anything interesting.
Sure, make an investigation check. And who's leading the party as well? Is it you, Gothric, as well?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Make a perception check for me as well. Just a pass.
Okay,
Just sort of regular perception check as you're just walking forward. Okay. Your investigation check. You're like looking around some of these things. You can tell they're like Mistran runes, but like they're they're very weathered and old. They're not very well kept, and it seems that this is just one of many, like around these parts, that this is just one of many just like Mistran towns that were destroyed but in the old war, and just have been left to their own devices. Like, you're actually quite surprised that it's this well preserved, although it's like completely overgrown. It's like obviously nothing's been here for a while. You don't really find any entrances though. But as you're looking around,
I was looking more for items or loot or.
oh yeah, there's nothing.
that
No,
kind of thing.
there's absolutely nothing here.
Oh,
Is there-
look, a +8 sword in the grass. Oh, some crates to smash.
We're also I hope we're all actively looking out for any signs that a drought and Meritha cure have been here.
Yeah, I mean, from what you can tell, you haven't come across any.
Okay, that's fine. Great, just carry on. Shall I take a ration away?
Well, yeah, it's not the end of the day yet,
Oh, right, okay.
but like it's getting close there. You can camp here if you want. Like, this is around where the tunnel is, so you might want to camp here. It's down to you.
We can find somewhere a little away from away from Slight. Are there any trees and stuff, or?
Yeah, there's trees all around the place. There's like, this is quite a out the way sort of zone.
Is it like forest, or is it just like the odd tree here and there?
It's like a bit of a forest.
Okay, so we should be able to kind of head in and find somewhere a bit secluded.
Yeah.
Kind of just be seen by random passers-by.
No. This is like off the path, like off the track.
Okay.
Yeah, you're confident that you'll be able to find somewhere to go.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find like this sort of just opening in the trees, like a couple of rocks around. Like it's quite swampy still here. Like there's a couple of like rivers and things that snake around you. And so yeah, what are you guys gonna go up to then?
Gothric's just going to kind of investigate his rifle, try and figure out how exactly things work with it.
Okay.
I'd like to kind of join in on that.
Sure. Okay. As you guys begin to settle down, and I assume Darius is going to start doing the thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. As Darius, like literally, as Darius begins doing it, you hear like a couple of like snaps, like twigs snapping, like just behind you. And you like sort of spin around, and you're like, "Oh, what was that?"
Can I send
I
some
ready my
dancing lights
glue.
over
Ready the glue. What's that, Matt?
there? Can I send some dancing lights over there, please?
Yeah, it's not too dark yet. To be fair, you just like are looking at. You can sort of see into the foliage. Like occasionally, like a tree will like shift and shuffle, and you can just see like you can hear of like something heavy, like snapping a bunch of leaves and twigs and stuff.
I kind of ready my rifle.
Okay, so have you tried to load it? Have you?
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
I like put my hand on the gun and lower a bit and kind of look towards Saka and kind of like, is this maybe her kind of thing to deal with?
Okay, as you guys just get ready, just like jumping out of the tree line is this huge troll. It's like and just like runs to you, and you can see that it's got like 4 arms and 2 heads. Just like has these like slashes all across its body, and just like is oozing sort of like green blood, and just sort of just begins just tearing towards you. So let me just get the thing up, and we'll roll initiative.
And like just push my palms forward and say, "Nah, you got this."
It's like trip Gideon up, push him on the ground, run away.
All right, if you guys want to just move, if you guys want to move yourself anywhere you are, like within this
remember this
3x3 square that you guys are in,
It's certainly
I
not.
was all the way over here.
within the 3x3 square.
Okay.
It's certainly not a cute rabbit, is it?
Hang on. Let me
Good
just.
where I am.
We could
Rolling
kill him and eat him.
That might be nice.
Do these wounds, do they look fresh?
A little, but you can see they're also like a troll. They're like beginning to heal up. But like they look almost like they've just begun scarring.
Oh shit! Sorry, I haven't rolled initiative.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Ah.
Yeah, you're within. You have to be within this fucking 3x3 square. How many times do I need to say it?
I don't see like an actual.
Oh, it
Yeah.
did it twice.
just
I don't
the
know
square
why.
you're in. Oh right, so I'm just
Roll
doing the
20
5.
delayed really badly. I'll just
That's
set that back to 5.
Yeah, basically within this. Is that everyone done?
Yeah.
All right, Morna, what would you like to do? You see this troll bursting out of the tree line and tearing towards you. There's 2, well, I think is it 2 or 3 heads? It might be just 2 heads, but like they're like rampaging around towards you, each looking individually at different people as its arms begin to flay and just like little weird bits going on.
Okay, I'm gonna. So I have a color of control, right, from the things that we fought before we went into the
Were those
into the thing.
gnolls?
The gnolls. Would that work on a troll? Would have literally no idea.
So what you discovered was that it only works on like trolls that have been domesticated by gnolls.
Okay.
So like this does not seem like one of those kind of trolls. It looks
Okay.
bigger, more wild. It almost looks like it's been like weirdly mutated as well in some way.
Guess I'm gonna hit it.
All right,
Boop. Gonna try and hit it.
all right, make your attacks.
I pressed it.
there we go.
27.
That
And
does
can it make a con save?
con save. Pretty good at those. Let's have a look.
Is it taking?
It is taking a while.
Okay.
Did you say it looks like it's like cursed or
It looks mutated in some way.
mutated?
Yeah, it seems that fucking Roll20 is taking ages to do anything right now.
Yeah.
So, alright, let me just get my dice out. We're doing this the old-fashioned way, guys.
Back in my day, we used dice.
Yeah, they got a 16. Does that pass?
Yeah, that passes.
Okay, so that's a 16.
Okay, good. Oh, pressed it. 19 to
that
hit.
hits as well.
And can I make a con save?
Sure. Oh, my fucking dice is all falling around all over the place. How much damage is that? 13. That is a 15.
Okay. Bonus attack.
Okay.
Let's just wait. 26 to hit.
That hits. And you're getting
Can
some
I
good
make a
rolls.
con save?
Alright, here we go. Oh, that's another 16.
Ah. Cool.
Just like as you're punching into its flubber, it's like, and you just sort of feel like it's just sort of absorbing your stunning strikes, and you're not really getting the full sort of thing around it.
Okay. I'm gonna fire blows and attack again.
Okay.
Can I make another con save?
All right. That's a 24.
Ah. Okay. Well, that's my turn.
Yeah, that's a shame. All right. There you go. Yeah, just whacking it. It like looks at you and it goes, "Argh!" And you watch as the sort of the punches inside it begin to heal up slightly as trolls do.
Yes.
Oh no, that's wrong. There we go. Okay, it's going to make, I guess, 5 attacks on you
Great.
Fuck.
because it has a bite and 4 arms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would we know about the whole fire troll thing?
Yeah, you've fought trolls before.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Do
you're not
fire
gonna-
damage.
You're not gonna like this.
Oh,
This
it's
is a
fine.
natural 20, 25, 23, 29, natural 20.
Cool.
Goodbye.
That's fine. I still got my necklace.
Yeah, let's just add up all this damage. You're right.
Punch
No.
so hard that the necklace comes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, first someone's
No, I'm
punches
fine,
through
thank
the
you. I'm just playing
necklace.
D&D right now. Yeah, no
Smokes
problem.
it.
Okay, right. So that's. Oh my god. That is going to be. I need to get my calculator out. Right. So that's for the first hit. That's going to be 20 damage.
Okay.
Second hit is 15.
Hold on, you're going too quickly.
Okay.
So.
20 for the first hit. 15 for the second.
So that is. Okay.
15 for the third.
Okay.
12 for the fourth.
I am down, and I have my. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, and then the fifth is an automatic crit then. So 2 death saves.
Oh, fuck.
Well, because I've got my parapat thing, doesn't that mean it's only
On
one
your-
death save, surely?
On
So
your, it's on your turn. I think you stabilize.
Oh, right. I'm literally just trying to read it.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm
at
just
the
trying to
start
get
of your turn. You
But it's being so-
stabilize.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So Gothric, you just see Morna punch the troll and just tears her to shreds, and she just collapses on the ground, just tearing into her.
Right, Gothric's just gonna kind of peel away from the rest of the group. And he's going to fighting spirit.
Okay.
So that's advantage on these. And he's gonna fire the rifle at it. For the
Okay, so
first time.
did you read what I said? So the rifle after the first attack, you need to use your second attack to reload, and then you can use your third, if you have one, to attack again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it basically you attack half as much with it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna try it
Okay.
with my rifle.
All right.
And it's also sharpshooter as well.
Yeah. Okay. And you have proficiency with it because it's a ranged
I
weapon.
get proficiency.
Yep.
Shit.
I'll be kind. I'll give you proficiency with
Got
it.
to add proficiency to it.
Okay.
So that's okay.
That hits. You just you line up the gun. You guys hear a bang and just powder flashes out of the muzzle as it just shoots through the thing. If you do the damage, Damage.
21 piercing damage,
Oh.
plus 10 because it's sharpshooter.
Nice. Okay, 31.
31.
This is like it just punches through the lung of the troll, and he goes. "Whoa!" It just like looks at you. It's just got this big hole in its chest.
Godric just looks at everyone, smiles, looks at the troll. I'm over here, you piece of shit!
Okay, and you're going to use your second attack to reload.
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to action surge?
And action surge, sharpshooter, fire it at it again.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my
damn.
god!
That's gonna be
Oh
big.
my god!
So savage attack as well, so I get to roll an extra d10
Uh-huh.
because I'm a half-orc.
Yep. So that's going to be 5d10.
And it's also sharpshooter.
And with sharpshooter.
Oh my god!
It's like one of those things.
Oh my
ammo,
God!
like, you use it-
Yeah, it's just like he holds up the gun and he's just like, die, bitch. Right, how much is that in total then? That's going to be 50 damage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You guys watch as Gothric just aims up the gun and she just fires the pistol right through one of its heads and it just like splats the rifle, and it just splats the brain out of one of the heads and just collapses as the other two heads like look at the head that just died and went, oh, it's looking hurt.
Right, because do I get to do the extra attack reload thing?
Yeah, the extra attack reload. Yeah.
Alright, cool. I like this guy. I like the gun shop owner, it's great.
Okay. Yeah, you guys just like look, just Gothric goes just like smashes it completely.
Godric is laughing maniacally at this.
Yeah, alright, Scrimshaw.
Oh, Jesus, that thing. Why do people have bows? I'll run up. And how is it looking after that?
It's looking hurt.
Can I like stand over Morna? She's on the ground.
You can't. I see. You can, but you won't be able to end your turn on her.
As kind of to try and like interpose myself between it and Morna.
I get you. Yeah. Make a persuasion check. Let's see.
Persuasion. Okay.
Just go like, hey, hit me. All right. Okay. He seems quite interested in you, but it also depends what you do with your damage as well.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay. Can I cast Armor of Agathis? Whoop. All right. Saka.
I'm gonna move over to Morna, and I'm gonna do a 4th level Cure Wounds,
Okay.
and
Thank. Thank.
So you heal for an additional 9 with my Balm of the Summer Court, and then you get 4 temporary HP on top of that.
Is it the 8, the 9, and the 4?
The 15, the 8, the 9, and then the 4 temporary.
Oh, great. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, so 32 health and.
Thank you.
Nice.
And where was I? I'm gonna move back to.
Okay, it's got an opportunity attack you because it has reach.
Oh, it has. Oh,
As you step back, that's a 16 to hit.
yeah.
Okay, that's 16 slashing damage.
Oh dear God.
So you like step back, you're like, oh, Mono, and then it just goes, slashes you up the back as you step back. Okay,
That's my go.
all right, Darius.
Hello, my friend. Right. We're going to do blindness and deafness.
Okay,
well,
is
blindness.
that a
Well,
wisdom?
probably cast. Well, that is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's 15.
What's my spell DC? He fails. He's
Ooh.
blinded.
Okay, he is blind. He is blind.
He blind.
Okay, you guys watch as like just above his eyes, just whoosh, an inky sort of cloud of darkness just shoop, shoots around his eyeballs. He goes, "Ooh."
All of his heads.
Yeah, well, except for the one that's dead.
Except for the one that's dead, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Anything
also
else?
also blind.
No, that's it really.
Okay. All right, Gideon.
Gideon is going to move there, and then he is going to cast Fireball.
Fireball.
Oh my god!
No one's ever done that before.
Oh my
In the history of League of Legends. Okay.
Flags start firing.
All right. Okay, that's gonna be dex save. That's a 9 on the dex save.
Alright, we go. At level, let me just, level 3.
Okay, 26.
Yeah, so you're gonna, that's 26. Fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, you guys watch as like all its skin begins to bubble and sort of blister and pop as it goes. All right,
I feel sorry for this thing.
Mona.
I don't.
What is the light level at the moment?
It's getting kind of dim light. Dim.
So it is dim light.
Yeah, I'll say so.
Remember that it's used its reaction anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
Assuming it doesn't have more than one.
yeah. Assuming it doesn't have more than one, it's used as one.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna punch it. 16?
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, nice.
11 bludgeoning damage plus 2 frost. Okay.
Ah!
Da, 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 da. Okay.
Can it make a con save, please?
Yes.
Does it
Oh,
have any disadvantage? 'Cause
that's
it's...
an 11.
Fuck yeah! It's stunned!
Okay.
Yeah!
It's what? Sorry.
Roll damage as well. So
It's
it's gonna-
stoned.
Stunned.
that's,
Oh, I thought you said stone.
11. It's 11. Okay. 11 damage. All right. I know you have
When the
advantage
crit
on
does
it
less
with
than
the rest
the,
of your attacks.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
had
and then I'm
advantage
gonna...
already actually because it's blinded.
Oh, that's true.
Cool.
Are you going to do anything else? That hits.
Bonus action attack.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is my turn.
Okay. Right, he is stunned. Right, Gothric.
Right. I don't want to waste any more of my bullets right now. So I kind of just sling the rifle back, grinning. 2 longbow attacks
Okay.
with sharpshooter.
Sure. All right.
No.
Fucking hell, you guys
God.
with your
Oh,
natural 20s.
Jeez.
He's
Okay,
hacking.
so-
He's hacking.
He's
So
hacking!
that's that slash
Not as bad as like the 5 1s or whatever we got last game.
1d8. So that's 3, so that is 15 damage on that one.
Or 25,
and-
isn't it? He's a
Oh yeah,
sharpshooter.
25. Sharpshooter.
Yep, okay. And that also hits. So 19. Alright,
Yeah.
how would you like to kill him?
Nice.
One for like one head and another for like the heart.
Okay, yeah, you just like manage with one shot with the natural 20, you manage it, fire the arrow, and the heads like line up in such a position that the arrow goes through one and just into the other, and they just sort of staples their heads together. And then the second one into the heart, and it just collapses on the ground. Just like begins to seep almost into the sort of strange goo of the swamp around it, and it begins to like sink into almost into the river.
Does it have any coins?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have anything. It doesn't really have anything that much on it. It has like a sort of a loincloth, which has been fashioned together, probably not by it, by something else. But you also see that, like as it's bleeding like this bluish liquid that you guys have seen before, and like multiple, various occasions.
Have I seen it?
Well, you guys, yeah, you saw this blue liquid. You saw this in Master Amon's lab, but you guys have also seen it in the past, underneath the crossroads, for example.
I would like to cut off one of the heads.
Okay.
Don't get any
With my battle
liquid on
axe.
you. Don't get any of the liquid on you.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
would
you.
not like to cut off one of the heads. But I'm just looking at my handiwork happily.
It's a fucking horrible, just visage almost of just like pure pain on their face. Like they didn't look happy. That's for sure.
What do you think hurt it earlier?
I think Master Damon's been here with his juice.
Yeah, but something clearly wounded it first.
Do you want to inspect the wounds?
Yeah.
All right. Make a animal handling check. I don't know.
Animal handling.
Medicine. There's so many. I want to start using more stats, like with some more skills, because we barely ever use them. I'll let someone do advantage for you. So
well, we're all there, kind of looking.
yeah, exactly. So you're all looking. So okay, you see, as you're like inspecting the wounds that it had that wasn't created during this fight, you actually like open it up and you pull out this like large barb stinger that's like in a bit of it that like sort of like goops out, and it's sort of like the same size as like one of the Kazmi's sort of stingers.
Oh, fuck me. Why does it have to be one of these? Does it look exactly like it, or is it just the same size?
I mean, it's exactly the same sort of thing.
For fuck's sake. I kind of just chuck it behind me. Why is it always fucking Kazmi?
Well, maybe that's the point in this case. I mean, the last time we saw Kazmi's was Master Raymond.
How is he even getting those things back so quickly? Every time we meet up with him, they're just there.
I mean, I don't know where exactly they came from. I've never seen them before I met any of you lot.
I mean, we hadn't seen them before then, but you know, every time we've seen him, they've been there. And
I mean, since meeting you, I fought an Oni, and you talked about elder boxes, and there's been magic, so maybe they're magical or something, I don't know.
I mean, maybe he summons some like you summon stuff.
well, but when I summon things, they're temporary.
Maybe he knows the spell a bit more, maybe he uses a different version of it.
Yeah, maybe he's just
Maybe.
Better. Sorry.
Well, I mean, you know, not to shit on the abilities of the party here, but you know, he is most certainly does most certainly have more advanced magic than us.
Yeah, but can he do what I do? Probably not.
I guess not.
Dim
I
light.
haven't seen him do a backflip.
Exactly.
And last time I checked, he doesn't have a rifle that can blow off one of their heads.
No, but he might have a spell that does the same thing.
Yeah, but can he do it with bullets?
I don't know. I mean, you hadn't fired a gun before today.
And it's really fucking cool.
That did a lot.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Why is this a hunting rifle? It looks like it could just blow up a deer.
That's a point actually. How if you blow a deer, if you just destroy a deer, then what use is that?
He said that other one was more expensive and did more damage.
What would that have done?
I don't know. Why isn't everyone using one of these?
I honestly don't know. Maybe maybe it was a lucky shot.
Sure, but
We'll
still.
see, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
Christ, yeah. When we get back there, maybe I should get me one of those.
I think everyone should get.
Everyone just walks around with a fucking like try and get him to build a minigun or something for you guys. Just like tearing people apart.
Get that massive elephant rifle and just summon the Bulgura to help me carry it.
Yeah. Oh, you could just attach it to the Bulgura's back and just drive him like a tank.
It's like one of those weird toys you could get as like a kid, where it's just like obligatory like animal with a gun on it, or like a T-Rex with a gun on it.
If I could learn how to do the Kazmi thing like Amon does, then just like be like a helicopter.
All right. So shall we have a break
yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we'll have a break. So come back in, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
I'm unmuting the stream. Okay, so we are back. So yes, you before the break were accosted by a very large mutated troll who you managed to drop pretty quickly. A lot of damage done by Gothric with his new hunting rifle. I guess this is just what gnomes use to hunt. Yeah, and you guys find that the troll has this like sort of blue goopy liquid coming out of it. So slightly sparkly. You recognise it as some of the liquid that Master Amon has been around, and before that Pietro in Corsair's Crossroads. So, what would you like to do as the sun begins to set?
So
I would like to walk away and make camp.
Yeah, I think maybe find somewhere away from where we just made a shit ton of noise.
Okay, how far would you like to go?
Could carry on walking for a bit and then find somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe go like half a mile.
Okay, so yeah, you travel about half a mile. You sort of find yourself in the middle of this like large, ruined, abandoned city. You know, like bits of like masonry just sort of cast aside. It's almost like what's that city in Lord of the Rings that's all ruined? I can't remember.
Moria.
Osgiliath.
That's
Osgiliath.
Osgiliath, yes.
Osgiliath.
Yeah.
I know
So-
Moria was also kind of ruined, but
So I love playing D&D because I can just ask nerd questions and someone will know. So
lots of ruins.
it's sort of like that really, but like it's way more overgrown and it's quite easy to mistake like these large pillars and stuff that have been weathered over the years just for rocks, basically, until you like wipe away some moss and really look and see the sort of Mistran runes still engraved within them. You know, like it just sort of looks like rocks at this point. But you find
None of us know mystery and runes, right?
I know that Gideon can do detect language or whatever. Learn
Comprehend
comprehend
language.
languages. That's one.
Yeah, I can give that a go. Yeah.
Okay, so you just find that this is part of the city, the ancient city of Lucenia. Obviously, the city of Lucenia was a lot bigger thousands of years ago, but this is just part of it, and it sort of like just tells a story about like how this particular warlord managed to build the city, like in like, you know, like 200 days or something. Just like a big army just turned up and just built this city, and it also points towards like a sort of central location that if you like keep following the arrows, you come across this like large central, now that you look at it, it looks like it could have been a central marketplace or something. And there's this sort of like half leaning pillar with this like stone door which is like sort of fallen off, and you can see that this goes into like a tunnel network going down there.
So yeah, this is what Mike said.
So do we think this could be it?
Can I look at the maps to work out if this is it?
Well, the map says that the entrance to the tunnel system is going to be somewhere around here.
Okay, well, yeah.
I mean, it's a safe bet, right? I mean, it's somewhere visible for all. I imagine they use this tunnel quite a lot for, you know, moving produce around and anything. So it's, you know, I reckon it might be.
Sounds good. Should we find somewhere nearby to set up for the night?
Sounds good to me.
Can I use Mordenkainen's private sanctum to kind of like make an area where if somebody was looking inwards, they wouldn't be able to see us?
Yeah, so
Like,
but they won't. Basically it's like this foggy sort of box that no sound can go through. Like, so things can still move through it.
it says I can decide what kind of security the spell provides.
Yeah, I think that just hang on. Let me just. I think that I think it's not like. I think people can still walk through it if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but
sure
they
they
just
can.
can't hear and see through it. It's your choice whether people can hear and see through it. Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yes.
like you can't be scryed on whilst you're in it as well, and you can't be targeted by divination spells, and nothing can teleport into or out of the warded area, and planar travel is also blocked. You can do all those things.
Cool. Well, whatever, you know, if we choose a little building or something or whatever, just make it so, you know, anything I can possibly do to reduce the chances of someone seeing us for the night.
Cool.
Or detecting us in any way.
Yeah. So right, so that's 10 minutes that'll take to cast.
That's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Does anyone want to decide what kind of place we want to set up in?
Is there an abandoned house we could be in?
A lot of the houses no longer have roofs for whatever houses you can make out. There are like places that might be better sheltered than others, like underneath large trees and stuff.
Yeah, something like that. Or
Okay.
maybe if it's a house that has 4 walls but no roof, then like that's probably also fine.
Yeah.
These people won't be able to see us.
Okay. All right. So you find a suitable sort of house. Like it's quite ruined, and it's very overgrown with moss and ivy, and like large roots and vines sort of go through the masonry and brickwork into the actual building. But this large sort of oak style tree hangs over the top, almost like a roof. And so you can make the Mordecai's private sanctum. You can do the tiny hut here as well, and like that would be double protection. Sound to you?
I think that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
And you're going to sort of make
Sounds
the
good to me.
cube perfectly within the house, I assume.
Yeah.
The private sanctum cube. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, you do that. You're not affected by anything in the next 10 minutes. You're not attacked or anything. And the Learmon's tiny hut and the private sanctum is done. So you are now confident that you can't be scryed on when you're in here.
Right, Gothric's just gonna kind of poke his head, like, by the window, just in case he can see anyone coming around. Just, like, keep an eye out in case.
Make a perception check.
Around. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really see anything.
Alright, I just kind of play sentry, put my rifle through the window, and just kind of make sure hostile comes around.
Are you keeping track of your ammo, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm just thinking those rifles would actually be really good with rogues. It's like rogue fighter multi-classes.
Oh god, that'd be fucking hell.
Because like if you're doing the whole shoot and hide thing, because you only get it on one attack per turn. I guess it's good for things where you get good shit on one attack. Per
Yeah,
turn.
yeah. On hit stuff.
Yeah. Or maybe zealot.
Can I go over to Saka and Darius?
Sure.
Hello.
Hey, evening. I know we're not really going back to where we were, but when I was walking along today, I was thinking about what you guys want to do with your lives after all this.
I don't really know. Possibly return to our home once we've got the heart of the forest, or yeah. That's probably what we'll do.
Do your race, tend to live fairly, peaceful
we-
lives?
We tend to keep to ourselves, or try to anyway.
You don't want to make a little bakery or fungal bakery? I don't know if you guys live in trees or something.
Okay, that's a little bit offensive, but no, we don't live in trees. We live in houses. It's like everybody else. But no, we probably wouldn't open a bake. Baking was never really our thing. Saka had a habit of eating all the stock.
Is this true, Saka?
Maybe.
Well, I was just wondering because you just said with this out of the forest thing, but what next?
Oh, we'll see what happens when it comes to that.
Yeah.
We may stay, we may go. Who knows? Be a big surprise for everybody,
Including yourselves.
including ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I still want to help you guys. You've helped me a lot. So
Yes, well, I did bring you back.
you did bring me back to the dead. I thank you for that, and it still feels really strange. Dying is not fun.
Really?
Mm.
Oh. I wasn't planning on trying it any time, so that's good.
Well, you never know when it might be your turn.
Thanks.
Gideon just stands up without any kind of morsel of understanding of what he just said. Just walks off.
We all die painfully.
I kind of turn to Saka. Is Gideon gonna kill me? Is he gonna try to kill me? Oh,
That was terrifying.
I'm gonna stay away from him from now on. I think, and I think you should too.
Oh.
Just until he, stops being weird. Might be a long time.
I just had a fucking thought that Saka and Darius. Darius is like C3PO and Saka's like R2D2.
Oh dear, we actually are.
I could not fucking stop thinking about that. Oh, right, okay. Fuck, yeah. Is there anything else anyone wants to say?
We need to give Darius comprehend language or something now.
I speak over 3 million forms of communication.
No, I've got nothing left to give.
Nothing to do really, just
Okay.
wait the night out.
Okay, so who's taking watches then?
Gothric's gonna take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take a watch.
With Gothric or?
No, my own watch, so I can watch Gideon.
Okay, so Gothric and who is going to take a watch then?
I can.
Okay.
I mean, I can be sort of awake for most of it, but
Yeah, sure.
6 hours of which is just looking one direction.
Alright, so, yeah, anything you guys want to talk about whilst you're doing your watch?
Talk to Scrimshaw during my watch.
Well, you're not taking the same watch as...
Wait, am I just on a
Gothric
watch? Oh, I'm on a watch of my own.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, you can talk to me and I'll hear it.
That's true.
Might not respond.
Yeah, it's just Gothric and Scrimshaw at the moment.
Technically, Scrimshaw's always on a watch.
My watch
Yeah, but
is on cover.
his passive watch is like passive perception and it's less reactive,
Yeah.
basically.
Which is 9, by the way. Actually, no, it's 14 because of my shield.
Oh, nice. Way better than when you were passively percepting the Darius and Gideon being kidnapped by pirates.
You did nothing.
Cough.
No, you did notice it, but that was funny. Okay, so yeah, make a perception check, one of you or both of you, or it's down to you. Alright, Gothric has done 14. Okay. As the night goes on, yeah, you don't hear anything particularly. You don't see anything. You don't. You rest easily that you're within the tiny hut and a Mordenkainen's private sanctum, so you know you're not being scryed on or anything.
How many of those things do you think are out there?
What, the trolls?
I mean, I doubt he'd only have sent one thing after us, right?
I'm not sure that it was sent after us. It was maybe collateral as he comes through.
I mean,
Experimenting on things and sending them out into the wild.
but why though? Like, clearly he'd have to have a way of monitoring it to know how it.
Perhaps not. Maybe
That-
maybe this is a failed one.
It had
Maybe
a barb
he-
in it.
Maybe that's kind of a show of how it failed. Maybe he administered the potion, it went rabid and fought against him, and he used his Kazmis to fight it off.
Still hate those things. Hate them more than that fucking Oni that we fought.
Yeah, frankly, that only was a pushover compared to those things.
Uh,
Hopefully, yeah, if we see the Kazmis again, use those plugs, because yeah, it's not much use if you guys go down.
you don't think he's already up there, do you?
We're already in Nordhorn.
I mean, I have a strange feeling he.
I do worry that they might be a little ahead of us.
Yeah.
And if they've figured out the location in just a mere day, then, well, we may frankly be a bit screwed. But, we've got to try. We don't know for sure. We can't just give up now.
Yeah. I mean, there's one thing I learned growing up. It's always prepare for the worst. As far as we know, they're already opening it up. We need to be prepared for whatever might happen.
A little rough of a way to live, but I don't disagree.
I mean, yeah, but it keeps me alive.
Yeah. Hopefully keep some other people alive as well.
Yeah.
Right. So the kick on that thing, what's it like?
It was amazing. Like, honestly, I wasn't expecting it to jump back like it did, but wow. Oh, something to get used to, I guess.
Can I just have a look at it for a bit? Let's kind of inspect how it works, what the mechanisms and such. It's quite interesting.
It isn't loaded right now, but
Okay,
sure.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
prefer
he
it
takes
that
it
way,
and
frankly.
Bang!
I mean, at least no
It's
one
like looking down the barrel.
Yeah. So, how does this sort of thing work?
Don't
like-
break it.
I'd try not to. I'd like to try and, like, over the course of the next hour or so, just sort of inspect it, see what
Sure.
kind of look through all the mechanisms, see
Yeah,
how it functions,
make an investigation check.
with the intention of possibly at some point being able to recreate it using my warlock things.
Okay. Yeah, you can sort of like. You're taking a while to look at it. There's some mechanisms which are quite confusing in the sort of deal of it. It's quite, to be fair, like the whole point about like matchlock, like flintlock muskets. They're actually quite simple, and you sort of like notice that you put the powder into the flash pan, you put the barrel into the thing, you put some powder into it, and you just like watch as it just ignites the powder, and it's like ridiculously simple concept, but like you need the gunpowder, you need the right size, the right bore pellets, or shot.
Everything has to fit.
Everything has to fit perfectly for the gun, which is like, I suppose, why it's not so mainstream right now, because there aren't these massive industrial factories like that make hundreds of weapons and things at once. You have to like with arrows, you can just sort of make an arrow as you go along, but with this, you have to like physically get the gun, like create the gunpowder yourself, or like get someone to make it for you, and the shot for your sort of weapon. So, and yeah, that's why it's like not that common right now.
It's like you can just like fletch some arrows from stuff while you're
Yeah, you can't passively make gunpowder and shot whilst you're in the wilderness. Like, it's just not a thing.
It's a high barrier to entry for the manufacturing.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I get the kind of get the gist of how this kind of works, but it's very specific. I'm not sure I could do this yet.
I mean, if you ever
Maybe a
work
bit
it
more
out,
study.
let me know, cause this is amazing.
Yeah, interesting little project.
Yeah.
Think about.
Okay, so the rest of your night, nothing happens particularly during your watch. Who's taking the next watch?
I think that was me.
Darius and who?
I'll do one.
Okay, Darius and Morna. All right. Make perception checks. It's down to you. One person with advantage, or both equally, or.
I can do it with advantage.
Go
ahead.
make my.
Was bad.
Okay. Well.
Oh, you fucked it.
All right. Yeah, your night goes fine. Is there anything you want to talk about, right?
Yeah.
So, we don't talk much.
We don't really talk much. How are you?
I'm good. Have you spotted anything?
No,
We
I'm
keep an eye on.
I'm still a bit hurt actually from the
Oh.
fight. Thank God your sister, she saved me, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
feel-
but she can't bring people back to life.
oh, that is true.
That is true. She can't do that. If only we had someone that can. All we do.
Yeah, pretty amazing skill. So, you play what instrument is it that you play?
It's a loop.
Can you play me some songs?
Sure. Let's play you a song. Toss a coin. No.
No. No.
Copyright strike. Copyright strike.
Toss a gold to your tiefling. Oh, valiant.
All right.
Music.
Okay.
Toss a coin
that's
to
me.
your reviver.
No.
Toss a diamond to
No.
Toss a diamond to your tiefling.
Coins to your
A
client.
diamond. Oh my god.
This is going to
Oh.
be a Home Alone song, you know it.
I've
We know
now
how
found my project for the next couple of days. Okay.
What else was I gonna say? Yeah. So, do you think Pietro's good or bad?
My thing with bald people is that they're usually not very good.
Interesting.
They're
Do
usually...
tieflings not lose their hair?
I have hair.
Yeah, but do they lose their hair when they get old, like humans do?
I mean, probably. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess some tieflings do, but I'll have my gorgeous locks all my life.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, they are very gorgeous.
Thank you. Would you like to touch it?
Okay, sure.
Oh no. How's this going?
This is why I only got 12 on my perception. Distracted by the
Oh
golden
no,
locks.
Mona's gonna get off with Darius. I have to do a whole marriage episode now.
I've been meaning to bring this up. I think Gideon likes you.
Gideon?
Yes.
Oh,
It
sorry.
was a little while ago me and him had this conversation, but I think he likes you.
Well,
But he's too shy to say it.
Oh, that's sweet, but he's quite a few years younger than me. Don't you think it's a bit...
There's no laws around here.
Oh my god.
Well, maybe next time we do a watch, I'll do one with Gideon and see if he tells me.
He's too shy. You'll have to bring it up yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not very good at talking to people either. But I don't think I like him like that.
You don't think you like him like that,
Well, I've always just thought of him as like a kid.
but now you're thinking of
But
him
now
in a different
he
way.
is what, like 100 days older maybe since I met him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's 100 days older.
100 days
I
older.
don't know. I don't know how long it's been.
I think you're about right. I think that's about right.
What is he? Is he
hilarious.
16?
He's actually never said his age, I don't think.
So you could be the same age. He could just look young for his age, for all you know.
I mean, if the pictures are anything to go by, he's like 6.
He's
Maybe he-
anywhere between 14 and 18.
He has a young
Okay.
complexion.
Maybe he's just short, little. Oh, maybe I don't want to date him.
He's too short. Oh, Gideon's
Who
gonna
would-
become an incel.
Who would you?
He's
who would you rather
if
date?
he hears this, he's totally going to go and research enlarge.
Oh.
Who would you rather date, though? Ooh, who would you rather, Gideon or Scrimshaw?
Oh, I don't know. Scrimshaw is made completely of wood.
Exactly.
Oh god.
So, I don't know. I've always been too embarrassed to ask. Like, what? I don't even know if he's got anything.
He is actually probably awake. Probably listening to this.
Yeah, he is conscious right now. Just, so you
Yeah.
know.
That's
I
fine.
kind of turn to him and go, huh?
I'm sure he can tell us in the morning.
Mike, is there any penalty for me just like coming out of my state, doing something, and then
You
going
just
back
you
into
just
it?
have just have to
What?
add that time, like on the end, effectively. So like every minute that you spend not resting, you have to just spend at the end of the rest.
Right, so it's not like it like takes off an hour if I come out of it
No,
in
no,
6
no,
seconds.
no.
Okay, yeah, I'll just like come out of it, just be like, yeah, I never stop here. If you want to have a private conversation, then like I can put my things in. Do you want?
Yes, we are having a private conversation
Okay,
about
sure.
you.
Okay,
So,
I'll put them in and then go back to inactive.
All right, you put your wax earplugs in.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Pretty-
I don't know if he has a,
Yeah.
I just like take them out. Oh, and no.
Oh, he doesn't. Sorry about that.
Then
What
probably
about the orc man?
probably the orc man.
Out of him and Gideon,
The orc man.
the orc man,
The new one.
the new orc. Oh, who would you have rathered then? Ritok or Alfric?
Oh my god. Ricktock's probably dead.
Yeah, well,
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill. Goffric, Ritok, Vondel.
Oh no.
So I'd probably marry Gothric.
Okay.
We could both do with that plus that extra armor. You know, when
talking about the ceremony
the holy,
spell?
yeah,
Yeah.
imbued by the holy power of marriage. Imbued?
Yeah.
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 And
Okay.
probably fuck Britok.
Okay.
Kill Vondel because he's already dead, so it makes it easier.
Whoa. 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 I didn't even know the guy. Oh.
What about
No.
you?
What? You haven't given me anyone to.
Okay, so
Do not say. Do not say who you're
you
about to
like
say.
women, right?
Not her.
Yeah, but you like women, right?
Yes.
Then okay, so what about Meredith the Cure,
Okay.
Halcyon,
Okay.
Oh.
and the Dragon Lady from
Oh. I
That's
barely
Samantha.
remember her. But...
You remember
That's
her?
Samantha.
Samantha. Thank you.
Ooh, I'd kill the dragon lady because it'd be interesting to see what would happen.
Okay, and she kind of wants to die.
Sorry.
Um,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Like I see where you're coming from as well.
I
We
would.
wouldn't kill the one that's literally our enemy.
Manufacture's got a thing about her.
A barb that doesn't want to fuck a dragon? What is this?
Game's on the other side, really. So I would fuck Manufacture. And probably marry the other lady. Who was the other one?
Halcyon.
Halcyon. Yes.
Nice. Yes, she's definitely marriage material. I agree.
Lovely.
She's
So,
a bright cougar.
okay. On a more serious note, you remember when I nearly died?
What time?
The one where I really nearly died.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
like four things are coming to mind right now.
When was that
With
again?
the darkness that I
Oh,
nearly got
yeah, in the boat.
in. No, before the boat.
Before the boat.
in the temple
Yeah.
with the runes, and I had to get flown away by
Yes.
Riddle.
I do remember that.
You remember I made you promise to look after Saka if I died?
Yeah.
I want you to keep that promise now.
I
Still.
will. Don't you worry.
Good, because I don't trust any of them.
Oh, thank you. What about Gideon?
Especially not Gideon, you keep Gideon away from Saka.
Okay, noted. And as soon as we're done with this whole...
If he goes near her, you punch him in the balls.
Okay. Are they about the same age?
Yeah, I guess about.
Yeah. There you go. Do you mean you wouldn't want them to get together because they're the
No.
same age? Okay.
Nobody touches Saka.
Is that in the way that like Romeo
Especially
and
not
Juliet
him.
are about the same age?
Oh no.
17 and 12?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, actually.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Also, I
can do
think
that.
Gideon's planning to kill me.
What? Gideon's planning to kill you?
I think so. The conversation we had earlier was very dark.
What did he say?
We were talking about the time he died, and then I was like, yeah, don't do that again. And then he was like, well, everybody's time comes eventually, looked at me weird, and then walked away.
Oh. Well, I'll keep an eye out, make sure he's not
Yeah.
doing anything weird.
He does a lot of weird things, though, so it's quite hard to keep
Yeah.
track.
I'll keep an eye out, don't worry, make sure
Okay.
it's not going to be...
We should probably watch stuff now.
Yeah. I'll be watching Gideon as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on Gideon. Especially, yes, I'm actually gonna just watch Gideon the whole night.
He's like sleeping like a baby, like
Yeah.
nice like curled smile on his face as he's dreaming about things.
I'm just gonna tower over and be like,
Alright, Gideon, your
I
watch is
know,
up next. And you fucking wake up and you see Darius standing over you, just staring at you.
Morning.
just keeping an eye on you, making sure you're safe.
Thanks very much, friend. I kind of like pat him on the head and go over to take a watch.
He kind of startled back, like, no!
Alright,
Oh.
Saka, you've got to watch with Gideon then.
Saka! Watch him. Make sure he doesn't kill me in the night. Thank you. I'll go to sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so yeah, who out of you who wants to do perception checks?
Shall I?
Yeah, you do it if you want. I'm kind of busy at the moment anyway.
Oh
Alright, so-
god.
With advantage.
Just preparing a poison or something.
I cast fireball.
Hold on. But before we get settled, Sakura, I just need to go and retrieve my cutting knife. I will some woodwork, like sharpening sticks. I think I left it over here, and I walked towards kind of the area-ish where Darius is at.
To be fair, like the tiny hut isn't that big, so like it's what is it like 20? Is it like 9 feet across or something like that?
I think it's bigger than that. Hang on.
Sorry.
What the hell was that? Bless you.
In my head, it's 15 foot across.
It's a lot less, actually. It's 10 foot.
Is that radius or
Yeah,
on the
radius.
side?
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
20
no, so
feet. It's
yeah,
20
so
feet across.
20 feet across.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that bad then. To be fair.
Yeah, 4x4.
Yeah. All right,
Alright,
so
I
yeah.
kind of walk over to the area-ish where Darius is at, looking for my little trusty knife.
Okay, make an investigation check. Alright, yeah, you're looking around. You find your knife right by Darius's head.
I look over at Sako when I pick it up and I say, "Found it." Well, what's the matter? I walk
Darius is
over
like,
to Sako. I walk over to Sako with the knife out. I've already put it away towards her. What's the matter, Sako? Is there someone here? Okay. So, I'm gonna sit next to her and get some like a stick out that I've got
Okay,
and start kind of whittling at it.
cool. Have you been working on like something, or is this like the first night you're working at it?
This is the first night.
Okay. Make a. I guess sleight of hand. I guess something like that. Why not? All right, it's going fantastically. Just amazingly. Like you're just cutting bits of your hand off. Like. Oh, splinters! Shit. Saki, just like looking at him, like he's just making a right fucking mess of it.
Gonna start getting my freaking herbalism kit out of my bag.
Hey, do you want to go my knife?
No. Is there an innuendo?
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. Everyone's acting really strange to me this evening. You don't happen to know why, do you? Yeah. I mean, I woke up and your brother was kind of, I don't know, he was inspecting me.
I think he thinks that you want to kill him.
Ha! He'd be lucky.
That doesn't really help.
What, help what? I'm not gonna kill him. He's my friend.
Mm-hmm. No, I believe you.
Do you actually believe me?
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Do I need to roll back?
Well, are you lying? That's the question.
I don't think so.
Right. Well, then you don't need to do deception. Yeah, I mean,
How does insight work versus persuasion?
that's basically it. Like it's like contested, isn't it? Like insight versus persuasion.
But,
Well, if it's a lie-
if it's a cooperative.
Oh, I see. No, yeah. If it's a lie,
you're
it's
trying to-
deception. Well, if it's cooperative, then yeah, it's just it's just true. Yeah, it's not telling the truth.
I believe you.
Yeah, see, I'm not trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just carry on whittling my hand off. Sorry, my throat's been playing up a bit lately. My voice keeps on kind of cracking, and then kind of.
Oh no!
Oh, Gideon finally started testosterone. I guess. I see.
Oh god.
Have you felt this before?
Can I do can I see if I know what it is?
Yeah, make a medicine check. Wait, how old is Gideon actually?
He's 16, I don't know.
He's 16.
Stunted development in the slums.
A late
Yeah.
bloomer.
Late
Yeah,
bloomer.
he didn't have
Not enough
like
food.
not enough food exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have an idea what's going on.
Oh.
Start spending more time on his own.
Yeah. Oh, Mom! I don't want to get off the Xbox.
Don't come into my hut without knocking.
Actually, that's
This is my 20 hut.
is the perfect time for him to take Mordenkainen's private sanctum. Oh, guys, let's need some privacy right now.
It's called a private sanctum for a reason.
Yeah, not public sanctum. Man, what is this?
Oh.
God, I wish I was never revived.
Just let me die.
He's gonna he's like gonna dye his hair black and like start listening to MCR or something.
Gideon.
Alright. Yeah.
Replace his picture with a picture of teenage Mike.
Yeah. I'm proud of those days, man. All the eyeliner and nail polish I wore, you know, like it kept a whole bunch of makeup companies. Like,
It saved you a lot of effort though, not even having to dye your hair.
That's true. Yeah. Or straighten it. Oh man. Okay. What has happened to this session? All right. Yeah, Gideon, you feel like your body is coming across a lot of different changes, and yeah.
You look like you know what's going on, Sakurai. I hope it wasn't something Meredith the Cure did to me.
Oh no.
Meredith Kira's Gideon's sexual awakening.
Oh god.
She's like, I keep dreaming about her, and she's like beating me.
Oh, well, there was a lot of blood in the dream, and I was stabbing her, and it felt nice somehow.
Oh,
Something
no.
happened to the wound. I don't know.
No, you know, feel different.
Well, you know when you plant like a seed
Sure.
in the ground or something,
Right.
and then it
That's
like
what he wants to do to Meredith.
Oh my god.
and it has like a
Oh
little
my
sprout come out of
god.
it.
Stop it. Yes, little sprout. I guess.
And like that process between it becoming a sprout and it becoming a flower,
Yes.
that's what you're doing.
I don't seem to be growing any leaves on me.
Yeah, that
It's
comes
different for
later.
everyone.
Yeah.
Just a sec-
Fuck, I'm truly not the person to explain this.
The 13-year-old
Yeah.
tiefling.
So I was like 13. Oh, it'll be
Yeah.
like the birds and the bees next with Gideon.
Talk to Darius about it.
Well, I don't think he wants me, but I'll give it a go in the morning. I'll say I was talking to you about I don't know, changing
Oh god.
and growing sprouts. I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Oh, this is amazing. I love this.
I feel like Darius subconsciously can hear the conversation and just getting infuriated.
Yeah, Darius, you're having the
Angry.
fucking trippiest dream right now of like Gideon just growing like really big. It's going like, I'm watching you, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so your night comes to an end.
I think it's the longest set of watches we've had.
That's
Yeah, the
fucking
best one.
amazing. The session is absolutely amazing. I love it. All right. Oh my god. I'm completely lost my whole train of thought now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like looking at my notes and like nothing makes sense anymore. I'm like, what do I do
I
now?
didn't account for this.
I don't know. What am I doing?
This is our gift for Mike for the 30th session, not letting him do anything for 3 hours.
That's fine with me. Fuck. Oh yeah, it's part of this. Like everyone wants to just drag the sessions on until session 32, so they can be level 9. All right. Okay. Oh, fuck. All right. That's hilarious. Okay. Right. Oh man.
Nice.
All right. So your watch comes to an end
Nice.
as the sun begins to rise over the swampy sort of tree line. Like little streams of morning light come onto you. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know why I said it like that. Why did I say it like
Grown
that?
adults, everyone.
Yeah. Oh no.
So
Oh fucking hell.
And
Alright.
there's adults playing an anime
Oh.
full of maturity. And
Well, this is why like YouTube is like, is this video made for kids? No, it's fucking not. Okay, so yeah, so Lehman's Tiny Hut comes to an end. Private Sanctum comes to an end. You guys pack up your things and you come to the entrance of this underground tunnel system. Is there any last things you want to do before you descend into it?
Gideon, that sanctum you did is. How much does it take? How much does it take for you to do that?
It's quite something new I've learned to do. It takes quite a lot of effort, but you know I can do it on the off day when we're not really doing much.
Okay. Yeah, because I was really worried coming in here that we were just going to get scryed on and they didn't know exactly where we are and any hope of an ambush would be destroyed. But yeah, if we have that, then that really lessens my fears.
Well, I'm not sure how often I don't think it can move with us or anything.
Well, yes, but if we wanted to set up somewhere and wait.
That is true. Yeah, we can use that to our advantage. That's a good idea. Oh. Yeah, I can try and use it more often.
Nice.
Good.
Speaking of, have you seen Darius?
I have seen him.
Sorry, I was in quite a bit of a rush this morning to get to the tunnel. I don't know. I just wanted to talk to him.
I'm here.
Oh, morning.
Hello. Why did you want to see me?
What?
How was your watch last night?
Darius is just going mad slowly. Just watching Darius' just slow descent into madness.
My mouth is full of water. I
The
almost
curse
choked.
means that got to him.
Yeah.
The madness.
You know what? It was a really pleasant watch. I learned quite a few new things, and I was hoping you could teach me a few more things while we walk today.
Like what?
Well, we can save our questions. The morning's early.
Yeah. Sure. Are you wanting to have this conversation alone?
I mean, I'd rather have it alone with you, because it's, some personal matters, but...
In this dark, shadowy place away from the group.
Yeah.
Since we're not too far from the group, we wouldn't want to lose them.
Well, I'm sure if we're just out of earshot, so they can't hear us, we'll be fine.
No, I'd like to be in earshot of at least a loud scream.
It's funny how you went straight to that.
Yeah, that's an interesting analogy there, Darius. But I get what you mean. That's okay. We can do that.
Okay. Good.
And yeah, let's have some fun. And Gideon walks off again.
Alright.
Saka, please watch over me while I talk to Gideon.
Okay. He wants to know about the flower thing.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
The thing I told you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's a little bit different for guys, but I'll explain nonetheless.
Okay, so you guys begin, I assume, the descent into the tunnel. Okay, cool. So you make your way down into these dark tunnels. The first bit is quite narrow. Like you have to try and fit yourself through. But you slowly make your way down into this sort of quite large. It's maybe 20 feet across. Sort of tunnel. The walls are still pretty well kept. They're cracked and they've got vines and sort of fungus and moss all growing in them. But for the most part, they're pretty well kept, actually. 3,000 years or so. It doesn't really look like that. It looks maybe like it could be maybe 500 years old. Who knows? But looking both ways, you take the direction that heads vaguely north and begin walking.
Cool.
So it is dark in here. So it's down to you what you want to do for that. With the dancing lights or various other methods.
Maybe I should just go ahead because I can move double your speed if it's dark. Losers. I'm not gonna do that.
I dimension door all the way.
No.
I don't want.
I mean, I can see fine.
Mm-hmm.
Can everyone else see? All right.
I can't.
I don't think I have dark vision.
Yeah, you do. You're half orc.
Oh yeah, I do. I can see.
So it's just for me.
But you can only see in dim light, and you can't see colours as well.
Right.
So it's just me, right?
And me. I can't see.
Okay. All right. And I use dancing lights, and the familiar orbs kind of flutter around the tunnel, in front and behind us, and move with us as we go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think at some point we could really do with getting some stuff to help you guys see in the dark.
Yeah, I mean,
These things definitely give us away.
yeah. I don't like being so exposed.
Yeah, I mean, I can always just hold on to one of you while we walk through, if you'd rather.
I mean, right now, you know, I don't think it's feasible walking for days on end. Just, you know, if you stumbling around, you're bound to trip and hurt yourself. But you know, just something to keep in mind next time we find ourselves with a little gold to spend and somewhere where we could get stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe back at Lucenia would be a good place to get some art.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you begin the journey. First day goes by fine. The tunnels are still fairly familiar. You now oh yeah, go ahead.
During that first day, I need to talk with.
Oh, go ahead.
Talk with me.
Yeah, Darius, I think now's the time. It's.
What exactly was it you wanted me to tell you? What exactly did you talk about?
Well, me and Sako were talking about shoots growing. If you get my drift.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, she.
I don't know quite what level you got to. So it's not the bees talk you need. The other.
Bees talk. Is this like a spell or something?
No, not quite. But not far off.
I mean, Saka did mention that she might talk to me about the bees.
She doesn't really know.
Oh, she doesn't.
No, particularly. So the first talk we need to have is probably at this stage of probably getting new feelings towards women.
I mean,
That's presumptuous.
It's very
Or
presumptuous.
maybe men.
I don't know.
Do you get a funny feeling in your tummy when you look at Morna?
He's just trying to set them up. He's trying to set them up so fucking badly.
I mean, I guess she makes me angry sometimes.
Is it anger or is it something else?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just anger.
What about, I don't know, Merifacure?
Again, anger, but I must say I took great pleasure in stabbing her a few times.
Christ.
Okay. So, as you get older,
I use this knife, you know.
women... Anyway,
Yes.
just stand off the side and maybe hold... Do you want to give Sucker the knife?
No, I like my knife. Guys,
I
he's
just-
trying to take my knife.
I just don't feel comfortable with the knife.
Sure, I'll put it away. I mean, I'm.
Why
No,
can't
you
Gideon
just-
have a... What's wrong with Gideon having a
I
knife?
don't like
Yeah,
the knife.
like,
Godric has
I mean,
Godric has a
what-
gun.
Yeah, but
it's
I
a
don't-
very powerful gun.
Godric's more mentally stable.
That's very presumptuous.
Man, dear.
Anyway, back to our talk. So you might start getting hair in places that you didn't have before.
Okay, alright. Let's fade to black here. Alright, so half an hour later, Gideon's like eyes are wide open and he's like, and Darius is like, and that's how your mother and father had you!
Whoa.
I have a question. Do tieflings reproduce differently to humans?
No, tieflings are basically biologically the same as humans, except for just a
Okay.
few changes. So, yeah, they're like just like sort of corrupted humans.
We're just horny humans.
Yeah, hornier anyway.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, so you guys begin traveling down the tunnels. So the first day goes by pretty well. Basically follow the map. Although the tunnels don't really shift that much. Like every maybe 10 miles, there's like an east and a west sort of tunnel direction that sort of like leads back to the surface. So after the first day, you get here. Yeah. So you get here. Your watch goes fine. You don't come across anything, and so the next few days pass. So if you take a ration off there, I don't suppose actually. It depends if you're going to use good berries and stuff. What is your plans for the rations?
I think it'd be better to use rations than use good breeze because that's sucker's spell slot. But
Okay.
Or we could do like different days of like break it up.
okay, yeah, sounds good. So if you want to do that,
Alright, so how many rations are we using?
In fact, you'd only actually need to use one good berry once every other day, don't you? Because it makes 10, and there's only 5 of you.
I don't know how long they keep for.
Well,
though.
there's six of you, isn't there?
Well, that's including me.
Oh, that's true. You're not. Oh, yeah, that's true. Actually, you're not going to eat. Yeah. So it's down to you. Like, if you feel like using good breeze once every other day.
Yeah, we can do that.
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
they last 24 hours.
All right. So for the next day, then, if you use your spell slot for good berry.
Yep.
And you guys travel through. So yeah, the travel goes pretty well. You guys. So over the next 10 days, you guys are traveling. You know, keep following the tunnels. You seem to be doing pretty well. Like the tunnels, like when you use comprehend languages, like occasionally there's like big bits of like Mistran runes and stuff. And you guys see when you use comprehend languages on there, it like just says like the northern tunnel this way. Just keep following this, and it seems like the best sort of way to go. Also, what sort of marching order are you guys doing?
Gothric's going in front with his big fuck off gun.
Then Morna will be after or behind Scrimshaw if that's how he wants.
Sure.
All right, so Gothric, then Scrimshaw, then Morna,
Are we going to be able to
then Gideon.
see if there's anything in front of us? We're doing that.
Darius definitely wants to be behind.
So the marching order then: Gothric, Scrimshaw, Morna, Gideon, Darius, Saka, or Saka then Darius. It's down to you guys.
I can go between Sucker. I can go between Gideon and.
That might be a
Darius.
good idea.
Okay. So you begin to come to a part of the tunnels where the tunnels seem to become a bit narrower. Instead of like 20 feet across now, they're more like 10 feet across. And it also is interspersed with occasional bits of like cave network sort of things. So like you go from big bits of like straight tunnels into like caves. You follow the caves and then it goes back in the tunnels again. You know, maybe this was a mine once. Maybe this was just, I don't know, something else happened here. But so Gothric, then if you are as this sort of situation changes, and you're no longer in these big mines these big tunnels anymore, and you're now in smaller tunnels. Make me a perception check as you guys press forward. Okay. So you guys are pressing forward into these tunnels, and it comes to a point where the tunnels like begin to curve to the right, and you see that the walls are quite sort of like different texture almost to the tunnels before.
I investigate the.
Okay, make an investigation check. Okay. They seem to be made out of like sort of smooth stone.
Not like plaster or anything.
No, and also that would be metagaming to presume
Yeah.
such a thing.
Yeah.
No, they seem to
No.
be made out of like
Is
sort of
this
stone.
something from another campaign?
Yes. Something that I'm pretty sure has been burnt into Zach's
Very
memory.
So. Just any cave trip now is just terror, hatred.
Is there a wall made of plasterboard that someone burst through like the Kool-Aid Man?
Yes. That is exactly it.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So yeah, carrying forward. Yeah, the walls seem to be like sort of smooth stone rather than the sort of carved mistran sort of things, and the tunnels you begin to go through. I don't know. They seem different in that they're smoother. There's less like runes on them, and that sort of thing. And they're interspersed with the occasional caves and stuff. You're not really sure why this is.
Maybe they're older, maybe.
Older, newer. Could be created by a different team. I'm not sure it really matters, to be honest.
Hmm.
Could
Can I-
potentially be made by a different race.
Interesting. There's a spell I have to kind of maybe help discern something more.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a spell.
I know. Gideon's just kind of flicking through his book at the moment.
Oh, by the way,
Real
you've had
life.
long rests and stuff, so all your HP is back
Yeah.
up to so
Yeah.
Sarkar the same.
I mean, I could always do the tried and tested fireball approach, but I don't think that would be appropriate here.
I'm not sure what you'd be
No.
looking to accomplish by that.
Well, exactly. I don't know. I'm just saying things. Maybe this one or this one. Kind of flicking more pages.
Yeah, I think we just continue on. It doesn't seem as much note to me.
Okay. All right, so you guys.
Does the floor look different or not?
I mean, the floor sort of looks a bit like just like trashed. Like there's just a bunch of like masonry on the ground.
Or particularly more masonry?
No, it's the same sort of thing. Like
Okay.
it's the floor is generally quite messy as it is, like dusty, horrible. Yeah, the occasional rat like sort of scuttles across
Nice.
in front of you.
Well, that's dinner then.
Yeah. I think I'll take one of Sokka's good instead.
Okay. All right, so you guys press on. Maybe 5 minutes down these tunnels. Gothric, as you walk forward, you like step on something strange on the floor, and there's like the tile just begins to just sink in and clicks with your foot on it. And everyone sort of stops, and you're like, what's going on? But like, your foot is currently holding it down. Your foot is currently holding it down, so you don't know what's going to happen if you like release your foot off.
I'm gonna back up.
Someone put something on this plate.
How much? How sturdy is it? How much weight does it need?
I don't know, maybe enough to just keep it down.
How much do you weigh?
I
Personal
don't
question.
think I have this.
I'm gonna look around for like rubble and things that I could feasibly put on it.
Sure, make an
in the
investigation check.
area. Okay.
Can I give him assistance on that?
Sure. Yeah, make an investigation check with advantage.
No,
Okay, that's good.
advantage help.
Yeah, you're sort of like looking around. You find a couple of like big sort of bits of masonry that require like 2 people to carry. But as you like pick one bits of masonry up, your foot also goes onto one of the things as well, and now you're stood on it, and you're like, ooh.
Oh,
Shit.
for
I'm gonna
fuck's
put the
sake.
bit that I have picked up down on that.
Okay.
Are you gonna move your foot, Skirmisher?
Get ready, guys.
Can I pre-prepare mage armor myself?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Blade Ward
Okay.
and then take my foot off.
Okay. Are you putting the masonry on there?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll a d20 to see what happens.
Can I turn into a bird and start flying?
You can if you'd like.
Oh, I have an
Canary.
idea. It's dark in here, right?
Not currently because of Gideon's dancing lights.
If we all go to somewhere that's far away, that's about 60 feet, I can swap places with Gothric and then shadow step away. So hopefully avoid any oncoming slaughter?
Do we weigh the same?
Probably not.
I mean, I can cast fly on
You
people.
now hear a in the
I
walls.
fucking dart forward.
You're just gonna jump off the
Yeah.
thing. All right, make a dexterity save. As like shooting out of the walls are these two massive, just like barricade, almost like what are they called? Battering rams that just shatter the entire walls, shattering dust as these two like massive heavy battering rams just shoot out. Okay, that's a lot of damage you're gonna take.
The way of the warrior.
What a show.
All right, so you take 52 bludgeoning damage as the walls just shatter down and just dust. It just completely just covers the entire room. And as you just dive off the thing, you guys look up and you see these sort of like grates in the thing in the sort of the tunnels that just shoot down. So Morna, you're right underneath one currently. You can duck backwards with the rest of the group or with Gothric. It's down to you. Like if you duck forward, you'll be with Gothric, and if you duck backwards, you'll be with everyone else.
I'll be with Gothric.
Okay. All right. This is where you guys are.
Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, fuck.
So hang on a sec. So there's like a thing there and a thing there. They just shoots down, and there's just fucking dust covering your eyes. You're just like you've had your bell rung, Gothric, as you've like dived off this thing. Scrimshaw, you're still stood on one, and it's.
Okay. So where did the things come from before?
Here.
Oh shit.
Okay. Everyone else, get out of the way. I'm gonna keep casting Blade Ward.
Okay.
Can I
So
also get out of the way?
Can I thunderstep Darius, because he's right next to me, to
yeah.
where forward out of the danger zone?
Sure.
Or would
Okay.
have hit.
So where do you want to go?
I went.
Well, it has to be within range, right?
Yeah. I mean. Yeah.
Or
but,
like something I can see. Right?
Yeah, but you can choose where you want to go.
I want to go. Hold on, where do I do this?
And Thunderstep also will damage Scrimshaw where he is.
Well,
That's fine.
well,
I mean, I have a spell that does better what yours does, but without the damage. But it's fine if you want to carry on.
Oh. Well, how do I have the time to kind of hear this? All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it.
Alright, you grab Darius and Thunderstep.
Actually, we can do it to here and here, so if Darius can see him, if he can see him.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, Scrimshaw, make a is it Constitution save for Thunderstep? Or Dexterity, is it?
Wait, is it Dex or Con?
How do I get rid of this stuff?
Thunderstep.
There we go.
What is Thunderstep, sorry?
Hold on, I'm just gonna say Thunderstep. I will look at my card.
Con. Okay, so just add your con. Oh, well, you probably fail it. We have to use that first roll, Richard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna fail it. Okay, so do your damage for Thunderstep, Matt.
Yeah, sorry.
Seek.
Gothric's just gonna kind of join you, and he's like against the wall, just.
Okay, so that's 10
Well,
damage.
if it makes,
Scrimshaw.
if
With
it's
Blade
any
Ward.
better, it's not as bad as
You get Blade Ward as well.
It doesn't matter.
I do
it
that.
kills me.
Okay, so all right, and as you guys settle down, the another explosion comes out from where Scrimshaw is.
I've just killed myself.
Why have you killed yourself? What's going on? Where are you? Where
Exactly.
Where did you put your? Oh my god, Matthew. Right, hang on.
What have you done?
I've killed myself. Hello.
I don't know where that went. Okay, it's fine. All right, so Scrimshaw, make a dexterity save now.
It's difficult for me to get through. at some point.
You're fine for now. All right, so you only take half damage. So that's going to be 31 damage.
Okay, and then halved again from Blade Ward,
Okay, that's fine. So that's going to be 15.
assuming it's bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Yeah, it's bludgeoning. So it's just suddenly it's like you just get showered in dust as Scrimshaw like ducks out the way as this like another battering ram just shoots out of the wall. just like as the dust begins to settle, you guys, you guys can see this like sort of portcullis sort of thing. You can see each other either side of it, but like.
Can I Bomb of the Summer Court him as I go by?
Sure. Yeah.
7 and then 2 temporary HP.
Can you drive by here?
Yep. You get another one if you come through.
All right. Okay. So. I guess I'll take a look at this portcullis.
Just be careful where you move, anyone.
Yeah, being very careful where I'm stepping.
Yeah,
Okay.
from now on, I'm going to be looking around for traps and
Scrimshaw, make it.
plates.
Oh, Saki, you can't get through there. Oh no, actually, you are you like a bird or something, like a rat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right, you go across it. All right, so Scrimshaw, make a investigation check,
Fuck's sake.
or like check for traps or whatever. It's time for you. Oh, investigation check's fine. All right, the portcullis is like very thick, like steel. Oh, sorry. You also, as you guys are there, you also see this one as well.
Oh.
It's like very thick steel. Like it doesn't seem that old. Like it's not rusted or anything. It seems like it's been put here maybe in the last 100 years.
Well,
Yeah, I'm going to start looking around for pressure plates on the way there.
All right, make a check for traps.
So that's investigation, right?
also going to
yeah.
do that.
I'm gonna heal Gothric.
Make it with advantage, Gothric.
Alright.
You're gonna heal Gothric, okay.
Hey, Scrimshaw, do you reckon if I stand on the other side of the bar, I can thunderstep you across here?
I don't know.
So
Can
I
we probably
get
reach?
6
Can we like
HP
reach
back.
through the bars?
I'd say so.
If we like hold each other's hand.
I would
yeah.
think so. I'm assuming these aren't anti-magic in any way.
Okay.
The only issue is I'm not going to have enough to carry on doing this forever. But
Well, Darius can move people, right? Kind of
On
like
top
a
of that, I
pathway.
think I'm going to second wind. Well,
You're gonna second wind, okay, good.
alright, so second wind is what again?
Yeah, you don't see any more pressure plates in this area that you're in.
I'm gonna use. Can I come over here but like be super diligent about traps? Going towards that door.
I
Sorry?
would also like to heal Gothric.
Yeah,
since-
you guys don't really see any more traps around this area.
Alright, can
After-
I go
after
over to
Gothric.
over to Scrimshaw then?
Yeah, okay.
And like hold my hand out like, through the bar,
Yeah, and Scrimshaw can grab it.
and then can I thunderstep? He's the true one I want. He's the true one I want to name it. He's the one who is my awakening.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Alright, and then thunderstep him over to like here or something.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, cool. So you do that and teleport over here.
Thank you.
Okay.
I much prefer that than the previous way that you did that.
Well, it was going to hurt one of you either way. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive.
All right. So, how are we getting through this next one?
Gideon, could you just lower your light a moment? Just move it behind yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Make a shadow.
I like put them all underneath my coat.
So it's dark now, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna shadow step.
Okay, you're gonna shadow step across the other way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To here.
Okay. Can't really see very far ahead.
There are any levers by there?
I'm gonna kind of approach the portcullis and look past there.
I'm going
See
to
what's
do that as
inside.
well.
Okay, make a perception check.
With it, I'm helping.
Yeah, one of you can make.
I have advantage anyway.
Yeah, okay. So you can make individual ones then.
Alright.
Ooh.
Pretty bad.
Hang on, let me just get this up. Perception, right?
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you looking down the tunnel. It just seems to go on further. Like just a regular sort of tunnel, but so did the last one look as well.
Does there seem to be like any levers or buttons to?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Well, so I don't think I have anything that can get us through here.
What's the portcullis made of?
Like thick steel.
Okay, so not like wood I could cut through with my axe.
No.
Cool.
I could try and shatter it. It's a little better on objects than other things.
I mean, I think me and Dare, who's got a means to get through here anyway? I mean, like, we could technically do it.
I've got a means. I could take someone with me.
I have no way across.
I can take some with me as well. I got one more charge left.
I'll take Screamy Boy with me.
Okay.
I can take you, but I will be low on certain magic.
Okay,
cast Dimension
Darius go
Door.
first. Yeah. Okay.
We don't know how many
Yeah.
portcullises are the other way across.
I mean, if there's more, we can. I guess we can try and destroy them.
Hey, on the other side of this, do you mind if we just take a quick rest, just so I can get my breath back a bit?
I mean,
If we're gonna take a little nap after, well, a little rest after this, then before we do this, maybe I should try something. Can everyone back away from the portcullis one moment?
Sure.
Step back.
Oh, we're inside each other.
Okay, and I'd like to cast Shatter
Okay.
on the portcullis. It states in the thing that a non-magical object that isn't being war carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area.
I'm gonna put my wax earplugs in.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
No, that was not good.
All right. Just sort of like, just is like rattling sort of high-pitched wail, just like rings down the entire corridor, just echoing off the bare stone walls, slapping back occasionally. You guys just like hear this painful noise, just ding, 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 all the way back down the tunnels, and you see that the actual thing, like it's been shaken, and like a bit of rust has sort of come off, but it's still there.
Well, that's the element.
Does it look bloodied?
No, it looks like it's taken some damage, but
Alright, well, you
not
tried your best,
the
Grimshaw, but
damage
that didn't quite work, apart from giving me an earache.
So it doesn't seem like another one would do it.
no. And as you guys like sort of stood there, you just now hear a like echoing down the tunnel,
Oh, Scrimshaw!
Which tunnel?
like the tunnel like ahead of you guys, where Mona and Sakura.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh,
Okay,
I guess I'm gonna use my
that didn't work.
quarterstaff to hit at it, and maybe.
Gideon, Darius, get us across.
Well, I'm thinking maybe now not.
I'll take you across,
Do
Scrimshaw.
you
Come.
maybe do you want to go? Guys, want to come back and maybe wait, see what happens with that roar that we whatever we
It's
heard?
sucker just like, zoop.
All right, you guys come back
Maybe
across.
wait it out a bit.
Can we like take a short rest while we wait to see what happens?
Yeah, it'll take an hour.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I
Sure,
mean,
sure,
we should probably just wait an hour so that whatever that noise was, hopefully goes back to sleep.
Yeah, I agree.
That's an idea.
Okay.
Okay, let's just wait.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you guys just begin sitting down. Have your short rests. Nothing happens. Nothing happens in the hour.
I got my slots back. All good. It's all good.
You're using your arcane recovery. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah. Occasionally, you'll just like feel this like gust of sort of wind just like shoot down the tunnel and just sort of like bustle you every now and again. But like, you don't know what that is.
Nice.
Is the right.
I'll be back in like 1 minute.
Okay.
Oh my god. What?
Oh my god. Just like, oh my god.
He is peeing.
I
I
thought
just said
that
I'm
was-
going to the bathroom.
Wait, doesn't everybody have a pee bottle with them?
You're not a true gamer until you've had a pee in a bottle.
Yeah. You also have the shit bucket.
Oh no.
Nice.
Right, so yeah, yeah, occasionally you just hear like the occasional just like noise of like a sort of whale. Like not like a whale as in the animal, but like a
Can I try
whale of a
and
creature.
Could I try and make a nature check to try and know if I heard that somewhere before?
I'll say you have never heard this sound before.
Okay.
I think I know what it is, but more
Does it sound big or
Does it sound fake?
fake?
In what way?
Thick.
Like, does it sound big? Like
Oh,
big...
sorry, I thought you said fake. I mean, it sounds pretty big. It's like quite a low rumble. Like,
It was desperate.
Is it still going on like an hour in, or like half an hour in?
The last time you hear about it is probably about 45 minutes in, and then it stops.
Okay, shall we go on?
Sure.
I get my second win back, right? Because it's short rest.
I don't know. It's the
Yeah,
control.
I think so.
Hang on, that'll be on there.
Alright. You guys do all the things you need to get through first, and then I'll get one of you through with my thunder step.
I have no way through. So.
Okay. Mona?
Mona can shadow step across.
Darius and
I'll take scrimshaws.
Okay, so you guys all get across. So that's a thunder step for Gothric and Gideon, but after Darius.
A dimension door from Darius.
That's okay. Okay, cool. So you guys get across.
Do I need to make like a con save or anything, or?
For what? For the thunder step?
Yeah.
No, not if you
or-
beat.
No.
Only if you resist it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, unless you want to.
Unless you like that sort of thing. Okay, that's cool. Right. Yeah, you guys get across. Now this dark, like long, dark tunnel in front of you awaits you.
Guys, do you want me to use the lights again, or avoid using that now? I
avoid using it.
That's fine by me.
Be ready to light this up if things go south, though.
Do you need me to cast dark vision on myself, or can I trust one of you guys to lead the way?
I mean, I'm going ahead anyway with my nice rifle.
Well, I mean, like,
see perfectly well.
can I hold you to Scrimshaw?
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
Yeah, I also could do with holding on to someone.
If things start looking bad, the second it happens, I will do dancing lights. Okay.
I mean, yeah, Gideon, if you hold on to my cloak and maybe you hold Mona's hand.
Okay.
What
Okay,
was that
sure.
for, Mona?
What was that?
No, that was
Nice.
Joanne. That wasn't Mona.
Okay.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Yeah. I'm gonna not take that as an insult right now. Because yeah.
Gideon's hands are really sweaty as well.
Knees weak.
Oh,
Actually,
nice, nice.
Vomit on a sweater already.
Session 30, yeah.
Mike's
So let's
spaghetti.
forge ahead somewhat stealthily,
Okay.
maybe.
So, if you're stealthing, you'll be moving at half speed. You also want someone checking for traps on the way ahead, I assume?
I'm checking for traps.
Okay.
Shall
So,
I check
investigation,
since? Shall I check since I don't get disadvantage?
Just down
Sure.
to you guys.
Well, would you have disadvantage in the dim
No, I
light?
just have -1.
There is one more strategy, I may say. I can give myself dark vision, and then I can be the one to investigate. Because no offense to you guys, but some of you wouldn't be able to find, I don't know, your weapon in a fight. That was a bad analogy, but you know what I mean.
What? Okay.
Sorry, God, I didn't hear you
Yeah,
talk.
you know what? Yeah, sure. Go. Yeah, do it.
I can do
Fine.
it.
Alright, I'm gonna
Do it.
that.
Dare you?
Use a level 1 place shot.
Okay.
Just little shot.
Spellschlatt.
Spellschlatt.
Okay.
Alright.
And I will
check for traps on the way forward then.
investigation. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you said.
that's fine. Okay. So you guys slowly make your way forward. Everyone make a stealth check as well.
Okay, stealth check. I am good at those.
Do we get a modifier?
Yeah.
It depends if someone wants to do pass without a trace or not.
Yeah, I'll do password trick. Oh,
Thirty.
no, Saka, you can do it.
Or you can do it. You get yours
Oh.
back at like a short rest, don't you? Like,
Uh-oh.
All right, yeah, I'll do it.
I'm the
That's
healer.
I'll.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Well, at least we're not making any light. So that's good.
This sounds some terrible fucking.
I rolled. I accidentally.
There's no
rolled-
way it's just like,
Where are we going?
where are we going? Where are we?
So I rolled sleight of hand, but that should be a 41 to stealth.
Nice. Okay, I think that's
so
fine.
Expertise.
Wait, where'd Mona go?
Mono's just like, whoop, just a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys continue forward, and you feel that Darius is very, very loud. Like every
Imagine,
single
like-
little like bit of twig or like rock. Like, he's like sort of stepping on things, like breaking things. Full of a took, basically. All that does.
Yeah.
I can imagine him like eating his rations really loudly. as
Yeah,
we're
like-
walking along. Oh, we're supposed to be really stealthy.
Gothric just kind of turns around to you and whispers, "Any more noise and I'll kill you myself."
Alright, and what was that investigation check? 13. Okay. So you guys watch as you continue on down the tunnel. We'll end in a second, but we'll end on this. You guys watch as Gideon, investigating ahead of you, falls into a pit trap, and that's
Gideon.
just Gideon.
Gideon,
You watch
did
as the
Gideon
floor
get a
begins.
reaction to that situation?
You will have a reaction if you have
Okay.
feather fall or something.
Not like I can't cast a spell there, right?
If there's a reaction spell. If you have feather
Are you
fall.
wondering if you can cast fly?
I am.
Oh no, you can't cast fly as a reaction.
Gothric's gonna try and grab Gideon's hand as he's falling, just try and make sure he doesn't.
Okay, make a
drop.
dexterity check.
Okay, just standard dexterity, or
Yep.
all right.
Okay. So you guys watch as the floor sort of falls in, and for a moment, Gideon, you just feel the entire floor drop out, almost like you're teleporting, and you just see this like long black just tunnel beneath you, and Gothic reaches down and grabs you.
I thought you were gonna say
Just
long
like-
black hand.
You just you whack into the side of the thing as you hear like the like rubble hitting the ground from below. But that's where we'll end for this session, with you sort of like suspended over this tunnel. All right.
Nice.
Oh.
I hope Gideon can